Alright, hello and welcome to Stitch and Stream. My name is Heather and today we are going to be doing some heart granny squares for a lovely scarf. I am trying out like a new view here. I'm not sure how I feel about it. It feels a little impersonal, but we're just going to give it a go and yeah, just for today at least, and see if we can get any like feedback or what the thought is. I am looking at one of my granny squares wondering what the heck happened here. I got like a messed up stitch. My back looks like garbage. Interesting. I'm not sure what's been going on, but we are gonna keep trucking away at this. And on the upside, I don't have to have it done by tomorrow. I was kind of prepared to be like pulling an all-nighter. We got our little hearts. Luckily, I now have until like next weekend because this is a belated Christmas gift for my mom. And, oh, my bad, that was really loud. I was going to see her tomorrow, but they are going to do, I don't know, her and my stepdad are doing something, so... Anyways, so we are just going to keep working, and then I do also have, I'm prepared to start kind of blocking, so I grabbed some paintbrushes that I have laying around, and then I have these really big foam sheets. They're very sizable, so I am going to be blocking them once I have our final outside row done. Let's see here. I'm just gonna check. Oh my goodness. I have had internet issues all day during work. Even like our systems kept crashing and it was just a whole thing. But let's get going here. We are going to be checking out, I found this really cool kind of like documentary on someone named Toby Turner. I don't know really who they are. It's by Kusari, I think is how their name is pronounced, but it seems to be like a pretty in-depth on who this person is and like what their deal is, which I love. I love a thorough deep dive, so that is the jam. Let me just take a look here. I do want this to be a bit bigger for my display here. Bear with me. I'm just going to make a quick edit. Boom. That looks so much better. And then I have been, oh my gosh. Oh no, the stream has crashed. Alright, I'm just going to give it a minute. It's saying reconnecting. Shit. I'm so over this. Okay, here we go. I have been having just nothing but issues lately, so I do apologize. And even I keep getting an insane copyright on all of my TLC videos where like I barely even show you guys anything, and then it's not even every second. I have to go in to like the half a seconds and put little cover-ups of what I've been showing y'all, and TLC is just nitpicking the crap out of it. It is ridiculous at this point. So yeah, I've been editing here and there all day, which is like my least favorite thing to do. I'm kind of like over it. Part of me, I considered asking my brother, like, bro, would you help me edit, please? Because he's pretty decent with that. And we're gonna see how long this stream goes, genuinely, because I seem to be experiencing a lot of technical issues today, and I'm kind of over it. I took, what was it, from like 4:30, I just crashed. I woke up maybe 20 minutes ago from that, and I'm not like a nap person. I usually feel like shit afterwards, but I got I didn't sleep last night, so I ended up having to take a nap just for my own sanity. But yeah, it's been a day, it's been a week, it's been a year, holy shit. Let's just get into this, and I'm gonna stop bitching because, I mean, I don't even give a fuck, so why should anyone? Let's rock and roll. Oh, real quick, I did want to show.
A lolcow is someone who, through their own actions, becomes a constant source of mockery and entertainment. They provide endless amusement, often without realizing the extent to which they're being laughed at. Toby Turner, known to many as Tobuscus, is a prime example of this transformation, from YouTube royalty to a lolcow. Toby Turner was an OG YouTube legend, an iconic figure from the platform's early days. He captured millions with his energetic personality, catchy songs, and comedic sketches, and his various channels covering everything from gaming to vlogs built a devoted fanbase. Tobuscus wasn't just another content creator, he was a brand, a symbol of early internet culture.
Hey audience, what are you doing in the glove department? Oh, lens flare, that was an accident. That's very useful, I should use that more often.
Intro. Intro of darkness. The flare post intro of darkness. Hello. Hello, audience.
But with great heights come great falls, and Turner's descent was both shocking and tragic. Turner's rise to fame was rapid and spectacular. He created hit comedic songs and animations inspired by various video game series, which made him a household name among YouTube fans. His knack for creating this type of funny content distinguished him in what was arguably the golden age of the ever-growing industry of YouTube. However, behind the scenes, cracks were beginning to show. Rumors of personal issues started to circulate, hinting at a darker reality behind his upbeat videos and persona. As we dive into the downfall of Tobuscus, we'll uncover a series of events that led to his status as a lolcow. Allegations of substance abuse, infidelity, and increasingly erratic behavior began to surface, tarnishing his image. His content and personality shifted dramatically, from lighthearted and entertaining to controversial and disturbing. The once joyous and humorous channel became a stage for incoherent rants and divisive political commentary, completely alienating his audience in the process. How does someone who once mastered the art of online virality, whose every move seemed calculated for success, spiral into chaos? This documentary will piece together the rise and fall of Tobuscus, exploring the key moments that led to this transformation.
So you walk into this place and it's got this energy of people all over the place that watch your stuff and they're fans. It's the coolest. I got this bracelet, a Minecraft of my Minecraft character. That says Tobuscus. It's awesome.
I didn't do an intro.
Intro of darkness.
I learned this in San Francisco when I'm trying to apply for jobs.
I'm not saying it's normal. I'm not saying that I'm normal. So I'll see you around. Normally I don't post vlogs to Tobuscus, but I wanted to show you this. Audience?
Here at Comic-Con, I run into Tobuscus.
Ow! How you doing? A lot of playing of video games and being able to pay rent also from that.
What's your end game? What do you want to be when you grow up?
I want to make a couple movies. I have some movies that I think are really fun, but I burn because I'm the devil. I mean, it wasn't even a burn, really. I'll use that later.
Another male YouTuber has been accused of sexual misconduct. This time it is a gaming YouTuber by the name of Toby Turner. He has 6.8 million subscribers on his YouTube page, so he is a pretty big, YouTube celebrity, as some would call it. Allegations of sexual misconduct are coming from a woman who said she dated him for several years, April Fletcher.
A person I dated a few years ago has just made some extremely serious, false accusations about me.
I felt like I was stabbed in the back and left to die while the world told me it was my fault. I almost gave up.
I'm really curious to know what he was saying politically.
And I won't. Do you happen to know the person
Especially,
who
like, as an
handles the
American.
algorithm situation?
Be like, oh yeah, homeless people
I'd love to go to their house and just
housed and
ask
fed.
a question.
That's
You
now
could even pass it
divisive
on
in
if you got all your
2020.
hopes up. You know,
Basically,
at least
2025, like, that's
you got your
fucking
hopes up, huh? At least they're up, so you can still get
Wasn't
hope.
popping off
Yeah,
of
no,
that
yeah,
back then.
that's something.
And it's less deadly than influenza. I mean, according to the whatever. It's gonna be stupid. Hello once again, audience. Hope I didn't lose you yesterday. Because I posted a picture of me being with this fellow by the name of Kyle Rittenhouse.
No.
I was so upset. I wanted to meet him ever since I saw the whole video where he unfortunately took the lives of a couple convicted pedophiles.
Yikes. Okay. Yeah, is pretty fucking divisive. Shit. Dope intro. I'm gonna have to sub to this channel. I'm gonna check out your other videos too. That was nice. 1985. Let's see.
Born on March 3rd, 1985 in Mississippi, Toby Turner moved to Niceville, Florida, where he spent most of his childhood. The environment of his upbringing significantly influenced the person that he would eventually become. His mother ran a daycare, which meant that Toby grew up constantly surrounded by other children. This early exposure to a social environment undoubtedly nurtured his ability to connect with people and thrive in social settings.
Kim agrees that she's better than his mom.
Music also played a pivotal role in Toby's early life. He took piano lessons until he was around 14, which provided him with a solid musical foundation. This early engagement with music would later influence his creative endeavors and give him the skills to explore other musical instruments. High school was a transformative period for Toby. He was actively involved in acting and participated in numerous competitions. According to an interview, he often outperformed his peers, including his friend Alan Richson, who later gained fame as Thad Castle in Blue Mountain State.
I'm so proud of him, because in high school, as you of course remember, it's always like, Toby Turner first place, Alan Richson second place. So he's moved up a little bit. Now it's like, Megan Fox, Alan Richson, on IMDb, that's how it goes. Thanks for having me. Yeah, stay here, so you're not done. Okay.
During this time, Toby started developing ideas that showcased his acting and writing talents, laying the groundwork for his future career. However, his initial career path took a different turn when it came to higher education. Encouraged by his mother and supported by a scholarship, Toby enrolled at the University of Florida with the intention of becoming a dentist. However, after a year, he realized this wasn't the right path for him. He briefly switched to psychology before finally settling on telecommunications. This choice wasn't driven by passion, but by the fact that it was an easier course of study, allowing him more free time to pursue his interests in acting and content creation.
So hopefully once I get the final purple row, it should, it's a simple enough stitch,
loan to buy him a DVX 100D camera for Christmas. This camera became a crucial tool for Toby, enabling him to start creating videos and providing him a new motivation to pay off his mother's loan.
So I got all the programs. My mom took out a loan and bought me a camera, which is awesome. I totally owe her.
It's been a really straightforward pattern, so that part of it's at least been nice.
Where's Mom?
Yeah. Shouldn't be too difficult with connecting.
I'm surprised. I'm just
I'll definitely be sizing down the hook though for that back stitch.
In the humidity. So
it's a little much for it.
I'm a goddamn sweetheart.
No wonder you had to leave this area and go out
It's kind of a new thing. That's why I'm like, oh my god. She's fine, but it's bad in the humidity. And she totally helped me out. Starting the whole thing.
Yeah, I don't mind the sewing bit. I sewed before I crocheted,
and his early forays into content creation were also significant. He even created a website where he humorously challenged other people named Toby Turner.
And
in
I'm
May
kind of particular
2006, he
about
launched his first YouTube channel, followed by another one in June under the nickname Tobuscus, which was a nickname given to him by a high school friend. Making money on YouTube was not as straightforward as it seemed at the time. Toby initially found success on MetaCafe, a video hosting site that paid creators based on its view counts. MetaCafe's payment structure was very straightforward.
There we go.
Creators earned half a cent per view, or $5 for every 1,000 views. This platform required content that could attract substantial amounts of viewership, which Toby managed through his early grasp of clickbait and a willingness to try new things with his content. His early YouTube videos, including a skit involving the remote from the movie Click, showcased his talent and confidence.
So I'm like, my plan was to be up basically just all night finishing this, because I still have to block the big stack of them.
Let's find out.
But yeah, I'm deeply relieved to have some grace period, because the last few weeks have just been, oh my goodness, exhausting.
7 high.
What?
I said call.
Shut up.
Nope.
This is the face of someone who doesn't fuck around.
Even if these early sketches didn't gain massive attention,
Well, that's what's
they
up.
displayed
I just
Toby's
made,
natural ease in front of the camera.
this year,
which
so
was a
I
quality
just started
that
I'm
many
new to
creators
crochet,
took
but I love
years to
that.
develop.
Pokemon,
His presence
that
was
sounds really
intentional
dope.
and practiced,
Do you do like
paired with an energy that felt both chaotic and
stuffed
controlled.
Pokemon, like
From the start,
making them,
Toby had a
or
knack
do you do
for
like
engaging his audience, setting the
like
stage for
the
future
pictures?
success.
What is it called? It's like it's almost like cross stitch, but it's not obviously.
I never thought I'd hear you
But yeah,
say
this
that.
is the second
You've got
scarf
moments.
I've ever made.
Yeah, my ass
I
has
did
a lot of moments, but
a
it's
winter
about a TV
hat
show.
for my dad. I've made a
Toby
balloon
Turner's
animal
rise to
dog
fame didn't
or
initially
wiener dog
hinge
for
on his
my
character or his performance.
relative for
Instead,
Christmas,
his first
and then I
viral hit
did.
came from
I've
a
made a
rather
bunny,
mundane video of him
which
pouring
was
Coke
really
over
tough.
raw pork. While the
I also
concept
made
might seem
a morning
unremarkable,
star
Toby's
flail,
savvy use of early clickbait strategies
which I'm really
turned
excited.
it
I
into
can't
a
post it yet
sensation.
though,
The video's lengthy,
because my sister might see
keyword-rich
it and she hasn't
description
gotten it in the
further
mail
boosted
yet.
its visibility,
But I've just
making
been
it a prime
just kind of
example
running
effective
since
early
I learned
internet
how to
marketing.
crochet. It's been
the
awesome.
video itself was a
I want to make a
masterclass
blanket.
in
I
misleading
have
but captivating content.
I have a pattern
Toby
for my
pours
first
Coke on the
sweater that I'm going to
pork,
make
and
myself.
after a
I'm
fade
really
to black,
excited.
the pork reappears with white spots, which some viewers believe to be maggots.
It's been so
However,
fun, like
the truth
learning
was
how.
far less sensational.
How long
Toby
have you,
admitted in the video
crocheted
description
for?
that the spots were just grains of rice placed there to fool a gullible friend. Despite the video's dubious premise, it garnered over 100,000 views in just 2 months, earning Toby around $600. Toby's success on MetaCafe was significant, but not sustainable. His videos, while popular, didn't consistently reach the view thresholds needed to generate a substantial amount of income. However, another incident catapulted him into the spotlight: the "Don't Tase Me Bro" meme. In September of 2007, a University of Florida student named Andrew Mayer was tased by campus police during a Q&A session. The incident was recorded and quickly went viral.
So, were you a member of Skull and Bones, College and Bush? Were you in the same secret society?
That's all right. Let me answer this question.
Excuse me. What did I do? Get off me! Get off me! Get the f off me, man!
God, that's so American. It's
Don't
insane.
tase me, bro! Don't tase me! I didn't do anything!
Toby, who was friends with Mayer, created a remix of the event, which also gained significant attention.
I have been
This
seeing
remix,
the
combined
waffle
with the original
stitch
video's
all
notoriety,
over.
helped Toby
I
realize
was
the
seeing it
potential
on my
of YouTube.
TikTok. I
He
was
began
seeing
focusing
it
more on the platform, understanding that
Reddit
while
too. It looks
MetaCafe paid
so
its creators,
awesome.
YouTube offered a
I
broader audience
have
and more
seen, though,
opportunities
it's a bit of a
for
yarn
monetization.
eater.
Toby capitalized
But
on
it
the
looks
"Don't Tase Me Bro"
really-
meme by selling related
looks really
merchandise,
fun, too.
including t-shirts and
Like, that would be
ringtones, which
satisfying to
generated
put together.
substantial amounts of revenue. By
The stuffed
2008,
Pokemon mostly.
Toby
That's
had
so
amassed
cool.
millions of
That is
views
so
on his
freaking
YouTube
cool.
videos, but his subscriber count remained relatively low. Despite this,
If
he
you,
was already recognized as a YouTube
see.
celebrity. His varied content, ranging from vlogs and skits to parodies and
If you
songs,
ever wanna
showcased
share
his
anything
versatility
that
and
you
willingness
like,
to experiment. This
we
period
do
also saw him
have a
dabbling in stand-up
Discord.
comedy and participating in
if
low-budget
you wanted to
films,
share anything,
further
but
honing his
that
craft.
sounds super,
In
super
2009, Toby moved to Los Angeles
Do you
with
ever do,
friends,
like,
taking a job in
you
search
ever,
engine
like, sell them, or is
optimization
it
that he
just a
found on
hobby?
Craigslist. This job not only provided
I
a
don't mean,
steady
like, just a
income, but
hobby.
also
It's so
taught him
valid for it to
valuable
be a
skills
hobby
in
and
keyword
not, like, a job.
optimization and online marketing,
It's
which
like
he
one of those
applied to his
things where I
YouTube
don't think
career.
I'd wanna
His role in
monetize
the
it.
indie film New Low, shot by friends using his camera, was another stepping stone. Clips from this film were featured in his 2009 showreel, marking his transition from internet fame to broader entertainment ambitions.
Don't be so dramatic. There are worse things to be than terrible. Yeah. Ow.
Toby Turner's YouTube channel was a mix of content aimed at both professional gigs and personal creativity. Despite his ambition to secure professional work, many of his videos deviated from traditional media themes. For instance, his remix of the viral David After Dentist video capitalized on the original's surge in popularity, driving significant traffic to his channel. Toby's deepening understanding of search engine optimization played a crucial role here. By stuffing his video descriptions with long, keyword-rich stories, often tangentially related to the video content, he managed to manipulate YouTube's early algorithm to his advantage. During this period around 2009, Toby's channel joined the newly established YouTube Partner Program, allowing him to monetize his videos. Toby adapted by focusing on more higher quality content for his main channel, while using his Toby Turner channel for vlogs. This strategic division allowed him to consistently produce high-effort videos, particularly from October 2009 onwards, which often centered around popular media and internet memes. One of Toby's first widely recognized series was Literal Trailers, which began with the literal Clash of the Titans trailer parody in December of 2009. In this series, Toby humorously described the on-screen actions and transitions of the movie trailers, syncing his narration with the original sound effects and music. This creative twist on trailer parodies, although initially inspired by the trend of literal music video parodies, eventually found its own unique audience on Toby's channel. The key to its success was its consistency. Toby's regular output of similar content, along with other new series like his Facebook game parody commercials, marked a significant turning point. The consistency was crucial in transitioning from his slow growth during his formative years to his rapid rise in YouTube stardom. His ability to adapt, experiment, and consistently produce engaging content ultimately solidified Toby's position as a prominent figure on the platform.
There we go. Did you, like, that's one thing someone asked me about making them a Morningstar flail like I made my sister, and I don't know how to go about, like, the pricing, because I don't think that they would like the price. But I also don't want to, like, undervalue, because I've seen people selling, like, full blankets for $40, and I'm just like, what are you doing? That's bad for everybody if you're doing that one. And it's just like, I think it's really cool, though. I think maybe I'd bang out some, like, smaller Morningstar flails, because this one took me forever. Oh, wait, no. I'm doing another 4, aren't I?
To understand Toby Turner's meteoric rise on YouTube, we need to look at his growth and strategy.
Oh, that's good to hear.
At the beginning of 2009, Toby had around 10,000 subscribers.
Repeating what someone
and
else
by the end
had
of that
said.
year, that
So
number
that's
had
good.
increased
I do like the look of
sevenfold.
it.
I just reached a landmark of 10,000 subscribers. I've no doubt that soon I'll pull more tail than MacGyver. Hopefully the tail I pull won't be from the same demographic. Richard Dean Edison should make a YouTube, he would get some traffic.
Hey, I just hit 100,000 subscribers on my main channel, Tobuscus. Just wanted to say, you know, if you guys ever watch YouTube videos, check out youtube.com/Tobuscus. Actually, I got 20 million views also, so that's pretty cool.
This massive growth was fueled by his dedication to providing a variety of series such as remixes, literal trailers, parody commercials, and other random videos. While the ideas behind these series weren't entirely original, Toby's dynamic personality made them immensely popular.
Oh, it's just double crochets?
During
Oh,
this
that's what's
period,
up.
YouTube's landscape
That makes it
favored
easy
loud,
then.
energetic commentary and random humor, which naturally drew younger audiences. Toby's shift towards content that appealed to this demographic, along with aligning his sponsorships accordingly, played a
most of
crucial
what
role in his
what I've
success.
done so far has been
He
like
even began
flowers, so it's
hosting
a
a
lot of
series
doubles and a lot
reminiscent
of
of Ray
trebles.
William Johnson's Equals 3, where he presented
I
viral
definitely- I have
videos
the
and let his
Irish-
audience
or
vote
the
on the
Iris.
best ones.
How's it going, audience? I'm Toby Turner. I like
fucking
rainbows,
talk.
but 2 of them at the same time.
The Iris Stitch
this
saved, and
is
that's one I really want to try
A show where videos
in like
from
a
3 different
seashell.
realms of viral compete to become the most.
Yeah, I have
Toby, how do you
I have a
know which
million
video is the most epic? Glad
crochet
you asked, Captain
projects
Crazy
like
Hand Movements.
saved
You
for me
decide.
to do.
The most
It's
epic video of the
ridiculous
week
at this
receives a
point.
gold star, and the other 2 are then crushed to smithereens by giant rockstone text. Those videos' lives are in your hands, basically. So let's watch some videos.
This strategy was particularly effective during the early days of YouTube's algorithm, which was easier to manipulate. And by 2010, his subscriber count had exploded to around 600,000, placing him in the top 50 YouTube partners of that year. In 2011, Toby's career took off. He began dating other popular content creators, moved his parents from Florida to Los Angeles, and secured various promotional deals with companies like Treyarch and EA.
So, there's people dance on the
The
stage.
front post and the back post.
They know
I read that stitch. I don't believe I've done it yet, but that is on my list. Made a little ball for people to place requests, and that's so cool of them to have done that. That is so freaking cool. See, that's what's up. Like, that's at
His
least like
gaming
just
channel
local.
also gained significant traction, particularly with games like
Love it.
Terraria and Minecraft, which led to his most viewed video, I Can Swing My Sword. Before this, his song Nugget in a Biscuit, which humorously combined a nugget, biscuit, mashed potatoes, and barbecue sauce, became a viral hit among younger audiences.
Do any of like the requests?
This video amassed 41 million views, illustrating Toby's ability to create content that resonated
that I
with
don't
kids.
like anymore.
His Minecraft
I feel
theme
like
song I Can
monetizing
Swing
it
My
would
Sword,
be a great
uploaded
way
in
to
April
quickly ruin it
2012,
for
garnered even more
myself.
attention with 93 million views. In 2012, Toby expanded his reach beyond YouTube. He appeared on the Annoying
The money
Orange
doesn't
TV
much matter,
series on
but I
Cartoon
also want to be
Network
like
and
mindful of
promoted
people who
NCAA
are trying to
Football
like
2013 through a video on his
monetize
channel.
it. So I don't want to be out there undercutting anybody if I did choose to do anything. That's my only thought, like, because it is, people really underestimate the time that goes into it, and I would love to, like, I sew a lot, and I would love to just kind of like make clothes and
However, this success was not
do,
without its criticism.
projects like
Some
that for people
creators,
for
like
a living.
Darkside
If I could
Phil,
do
who
that, that would
ironically
be super
enough
cool.
is a
It'd be
lol
very
cow
hard
in his
to,
own
obviously.
right, made a 25-minute
but yeah, I
long
just wanna
rant
be, like,
criticizing
mindful of
Toby
that
for
for
using
myself, at
ads to
least.
promote his channel on their videos.
But,
Come on, everyone. Darkside Phil here, and I am pissed off.
oh, that's like, that's a
okay?
decent price
I
range.
have mentioned this and talked about this, but never really directly addressed it before. But there are people on YouTube. We're talking big YouTubers.
Yeah, highest being 250, and see, that's my ish. Like, I think the flail. Well, the flail was huge that I made. It was a bit ridiculous. So that's where I think that like I'd probably be a little bit higher.
Just focus in on what they're doing and become better at it.
3.
But instead of that, they take the easy way out. They decide.
Like, my first thought when I was pricing it, given the time that it took, was probably going to be closer to like 500. But that was mostly just because it's the sphere and all the spikes that take forever. The sphere actually just in itself.
And then they decide one day, oh gee, I think I'm just gonna make a gaming channel over here, and I'm gonna play video games.
Despite these very minor controversies,
that's cool, though.
Toby continued
Okay, so
to
like
thrive.
you're not even on
His
like
friendly
a
rivalry
tight
with
timeline for
PewDiePie, who
yourself.
surpassed him in subscribers
That's
in
cool,
October
then.
of
That's
2012, and his involvement in the poorly received movie Smiley,
Because I feel like that's what I would
do.
do. I would totally do that to myself, where I'm just like, I have to get all of these done right now. I'm just awful about that. I need to chill.
No, that's please, stop doing that.
Additionally, he was fired
no,
from the
so
Cute
cool that
Win
you do
Fail
that.
series in
Like,
late 2012,
my sister is a huge
marking a period
Charmander
of
fan.
transition. To understand why Toby
So that's
Turner was
like that's
dismissed
why I
from
was like,
Cute
oh my
Win
gosh, if you
Fail,
want to share in
we
the
need to delve
Discord,
into
because
the
that'd be so
intricacies of
freaking
his
cool.
collaboration with Fishbowl Media. On the surface, Cute Win Fail appeared to be a straightforward show where Toby reviewed viral videos.
It's such an art form.
However, the reality was a lot more complex than that. Fishbowl Media,
There's one gal
founded
who
by
pops
Vincent
in
John
here. She's
Devona,
making
known for producing shows like
She's
MacGyver,
making,
Entertainment
an
Tonight,
entire
and America's
blanket out of
Funniest
these
Home
little puff
Videos, held
flowers,
the
and I'm
rights
so
to the
stoked to
viral
see it.
videos featured on Toby's show.
gonna be
This arrangement
incredible.
allowed creators like Toby to legally use these viral clips, but it also meant adhering to strict contractual terms.
What?
In Toby's case,
$3
Fishbowl
and you
Media
only
provided
charge
him with
$250?
viral
That's
content and the
insane.
framework for Cute
You're a
and
saint
Fail,
for that.
expecting
Oh my
him to upload new
gosh.
episodes consistently.
And it's posable,
These
that's
episodes would
what's
stay
up.
on Toby's channel for a week before being re-uploaded to the official Cute Win Fail channel. This setup helped Toby maintain a steady stream of content. However, the consistency required
for
by
it being
the contract
posable, did you
proved
do like
challenging for him. Reports of his
like a kind of
dismissal
wire
cite a
in
breach of
there, or a
contract due
pipe
to
cleaner?
irregular upload schedules, with videos often being late or missing the agreed upon timeline.
Oh, so you're just
Despite
living
this
the life.
setback, Toby's channel didn't
Getting your
suffer very
discounts
greatly.
and
He
pizza,
quickly
like, that's
shifted
what's
focus
up.
to other content, including a new rant series and frequent uploads of his popular literal trailers. This pivot allowed him to maintain audience engagement while producing content that required more creative
There's a
effort.
few game shops
During this
by me,
period,
so that
Toby
sounds
was
really
incredibly
cool, but
active,
I
producing
feel
a wide
bad.
array of
One of
content.
them is really
Notably,
dwindling.
he created a series of
There
short
used to be
videos
like a
featuring his
coffee
dog
place,
Griffin,
and they
voicing
had like
the
this
dog's
big game
thoughts as
area,
if
but
Griffin
they've
were speaking to the
downsized
camera.
since I last
Hey, I'm
went
Toby Turner.
in.
You're watching
And it's
Amazing
kind of a
World.
bummer to go in there now.
Dude, I'm recording. What?
I just had something important to tell you, but I guess it can wait.
I want to
What
do.
Getting married? What is it?
I'm a big fan of
I would do
Portal,
that.
so I want to
What?
make myself like a companion cube.
Nicole Watterson.
Gumball's mom. You're getting married to a fictional cartoon
It's been
character's mom.
it's been on my mind lately, but I gotta I'm like, no, I need to finish the projects that I have. But luckily, I think I have enough gray currently that I could at least work on the companion cube, and I have a crap load of pink too.
These were specifically made for Cartoon Network promotions, but also uploaded to Toby's channel, further diversifying his
realized
content.
I definitely don't need to be
While
buying
Toby's channel
yarn.
continued to grow, he faced new challenges as the YouTube
I just like to
landscape
buy yarn.
evolved. By 2014, he undertook the
that's so
ambitious
cool.
project of developing a video game, which diverted much of his time and resources away from video production.
Hey, I'm Toby Turner. I have a couple YouTube channels, Tobuscus, Toby Games, and Toby Turner. On Tobuscus, a couple years ago, I posted the first episode of Tobuscus Adventures, which is a cartoon about me and my friend Gabeuscus. Does that have to be my username? I like to include video game references from whatever game I'm playing when I write the Tobuscus Adventures episodes.
So cool.
But I think it'd be
That's
awesome
genius.
to give these characters their own game and tie it into the animated show. I grew up playing games
That's
like
very
Magic
creative.
the Gathering, the original
Good for
Warcraft
you.
games, before there was a world of it, and Ultima Online.
Man, you are.
I just found out. I followed this. I found out like a week ago. This one creator I follow. She makes like the coolest purses out of crochet, and then she posts it like essentially her whole tutorial. She just makes like a foam base and then crochets, you know, the individual pieces and then sews them on and
unfortunately for
everything.
Toby, the game didn't really achieve the commercial success that it was going for, which impacted his ability to produce
like
regular
the foam
content
and just like
and
the other
contributed to a
aspects
steep
of it are
decline in
really
his channel's
genius to
performance.
utilize.
The situation
The first
worsened in
file I did-
2015. Despite actually
I don't like the
increasing
handle,
his
it's
video
pretty
output,
floppy.
the lack of engaging
And,
content and declining video quality
I
definitely
was looking
took a
at
toll.
doing like a
His
more of a
literal
styrofoam
trailers, once the
maybe
cornerstone of his
to give
channel,
it
were now mostly
just like, you know,
sponsored by
something to
smaller
actually
games and suffered poor
be there
production
besides
quality.
just stuffing.
Meanwhile, other
But the
YouTubers
original,
like Jax Films
like,
and PewDiePie
I kind of found
were
like a
innovating and
halfway
evolving their
done
content, leaving Toby's
version
format
of the
feeling
pattern where she
somewhat
used like a real
outdated.
chain though
By
from a hardware
2016,
store.
Toby's
And then the
presence on
handle was a
YouTube had
wooden
just
dowel, and I'm
significantly
like, okay, I'm
diminished.
not trying to like
His main and
get
secondary
somebody,
channels were in
you know,
decline,
legitimately
and
hurt.
he
It's supposed
struggled
to
to
be like a
maintain
pillow
the
fight.
energy and creativity that had once driven his success.
So I kind of like made
Many
it
of
up
his
as I went.
vlogs lacked structure
But
and
I think
polish,
adding
which
styrofoam
reflected
in
a
there
broader
would help
loss
really
of
kind of
direction
give
in his
it
channel and maybe
just
his
a better
life.
hand feel as
And
well, 'cause it's
unfortunately
ridiculous.
for
But
everyone who knows the Toby
little
Turner
things like
story,
that, and then
things don't
utilizing
really get much
foam.
better from here.
does a really good Charmander one-up crochet. I'll have to check them out. But yeah, and then I follow this other guy, and he makes these incredible hoodies, and he's just like he's total sunshine. But he was showing how he uses pipe cleaners to help give
Understanding the controversy that marred
because like
Toby
it frames
Turner's
his
career
face,
requires
so it
diving
looks
into a pivotal period
like, you know,
in
flower
April of
petals
2016.
surrounding the
On
hood
April
of the
8th, creator
sweatshirt.
April Fletcher, known as April F., published
Yeah,
a
and he was
detailed
like, yeah, it's
Tumblr
just pipe
post
cleaners.
accusing
And
Toby
it
of
was so
severe
cool. It was like, that's so simple,
including
like,
drug
duh.
abuse and rape.
It's awesome.
The
I love
allegations
seeing
were
what people
shocking and
make.
detailed
It's so
her relationship with
inspirational.
Toby, which began when they met at E3 in 2011.
Let's see.
The truth about
This is one of those
Tobuscus.
patterns where I'm like, I'm
Trigger
pretty sure I
warning,
know what I'm
abuse,
doing next,
rape,
but I always kind of
drugs,
second
pretty
guess
much
myself.
everything terrible. Before I start, I want to say that this is the hardest thing I've ever had to do in my life. I understand that I'm setting myself up to be attacked in more ways than has already been done to me. People may accuse me of lying and may try any tactic to protect him because they don't know who he truly is. I will have to take the heat for being the first person to openly come out about
pulling
this,
them up now on my
though
other
I'm not the
browser.
only one who has experienced the abuse from him. There
What?
are so many of us. I know of some, I'm friends with
my
some, and I'm
goodness,
without
that
a
is
doubt sure that there are
insane.
some I don't even know about. It's not my place to tell their stories, I can only really tell mine. Throughout the 5 years of knowing him, I have been mentally and
Yoshis
physically
are super
abused
cute,
by Toby
too.
Turner. I first met Toby when I was working
Oh
at
my God, it looks
E3
like
in June of
Spyro.
2011.
Okay.
I had flown there from Georgia and he was doing
Holy
a hosting
moly,
gig.
that is
He
so
added me on
cute
Facebook
and
and
so,
as I was
so
returning
cool.
home, eventually my number. We texted almost daily and FaceTimed with
And
each
she's
other.
got free
He kept
patterns.
telling me that I should
That's
move
so
there and that
sweet.
he needed a female host for his new gaming show.
I love free
So a month
patterns.
after E3, I had bought a new car
I
and
use my
packed my stuff for
library
LA.
for most of the
I didn't
patterns
know
that I
at the
get.
time, but that would be one of
But this
many
is
broken
insane.
promises.
These are like
I was writing way too many
These are
details
genuinely.
when I realized that I have
She
way
should be
too many
charging for
things to
these.
tell
That's
that
crazy that she
happened in
made these
5
free.
years. So I'll cut out the small
What?
stuff. I was being cheated on since day one.
Thank you so
He would
much for
fluctuate between
sharing
telling me we weren't together
this
to
creator's
saying we
info.
were.
Like, this is so,
Once I
so
started
cool.
finding the evidence of other women, he would fluctuate between admitting he was cheating, then to saying he told me that he didn't want anything
Incredibly
serious.
impressive. Okay.
Every time I would try to leave, he would tempt me with
Yeah,
saying he was
measure
ready
twice,
to come
cut
out
once.
about
Yeah,
dating
exactly.
me now. He would say he was just worried about what the fans would say to me and all the hate I would get, but he never cared about that. When he started dating Olga, we were still dating.
I've spent
he told me that they weren't real
an absurd
and
amount
it was
of
just a
time
show
undoing
for subscribers
because
and views. At the
I
beginning,
don't-
I actually believed
I'm
that.
not,
Then
I'm
my
not
gut
measuring
feeling was
twice
going
by
off
any
like
means. I'm
crazy,
just kind of
and I
like, oh,
realized
yep,
I was
this
just
is
being
definitely the
weak.
next step, and we
I
just kind of
stopped
go for
seeing
it.
him
Oh,
and started seeing someone else.
Shoot.
Of course, I kept getting texts that he missed me and that I was the one he wanted. Once I stopped seeing the other guy, we went right back to dating. On and off, just as I know now, was coinciding with Olga and his breakups. Or maybe the breakups were lies. Who really knows? I know this makes me look really dumb, but you have to understand how he makes women feel. It felt like a drug. I would try to date other people, and I was so stuck and in love with him that no one ever
love
compared.
it. Thank you for the
But I noticed
recommendations,
now
because
how
yeah, I
was also
love
being
seeing what everyone else is
manipulated
doing.
and forced. He
And then
thought it
there's
was a
I'm
game
all
to
over
keep
like the
going when I
Reddit
would say
crochet
no.
and stuff
He
like
would
that
grab
too.
me and try to tear my pants
I
off,
just-
and I would say no
I love
and
how
pull
like
them back up.
everyone just shares
So
everything and it's
forcefully
wonderful.
that they would tear.
And they're
I
very
still have
helpful
my
too. I
pants
will
folded
say
in the drawer
when I
that have
first
ripped
did
belt loops
when I
and
first
holes
did
in the
this pattern
crotch
because
from
I
him
don't
trying to
read.
tear his way in. I even headbutted him once because I was
I ended
starting
up
to
with
see another
I
guy
think I
and
might
did
have it
not
near
want to be
me.
physical
It's
with him.
a perfect
But I was
circle
so
though.
scared of losing
It's just
him
the
that
heart
I would
and then
just let him
everything
win
turned
and
into
have
a
his way with
circle.
me.
And
He would
they were
call me his
so sweet to
girlfriend.
like
Then
go
if he
through it
found
with
out
me
I told
because I was
someone
not
dating
getting
him,
it.
he would accuse me of trying to ruin his career
Yeah,
and
I
insult
just it's
me.
so far been a really
2013
great
was when
community, like the
drugs really
crafting and
started.
even sewing
I'm
community.
not going to get into
as a
too
whole
much detail with that, but this
is
was
so
when the abuse
just
started getting
welcoming
very
and ready
violent.
to help people. It's
By
really
this time, I
it's
was
kind of
conditioned
refreshing
to always make sure that he was
compared
happy,
to some other
and I had so
you know,
many panic
things I've tried
attacks
where
and
they're just kind of like,
anxiety
oh,
when
you
I
don't know
was
how to
with him
do that,
because I
then
never
it's just
wanted
like,
to upset
oh,
him.
and you're not gonna help
we
me.
were writing
Cool.
most of his
Like, that's cool.
parodies and songs together, and then fighting when the high would start to fade. Everything was a bipolar mess.
Yeah,
There was an
exactly.
incident where we met up for dinner. His classic
Well, when I was
line,
doing, I had
"Wanna
never done
eat?"
like a sphere
and
before.
he was on drugs, of course.
And I
told
was,
him
oh
not
my
to
gosh,
park in
the
the
thing was
30-minute
like,
parking spot.
I
He
think I was
immune
up to
all
like
rules in his
170
mind. I'm
for
a
stitches
god, so
around,
he
and it
left
was just
Our conversation at dinner
you know,
turned toxic.
keeping track of
He
where
said
my
some
increase
girl
last
aborting
was,
his
and just
baby.
everything
I
was
said
a
years
kind
ago
of a
I had a
nightmare.
miscarriage, but would have had it.
Kind of a nightmare.
This caused
but
him to get angry that I would have
I'm
kept the
clearly
kid.
about to do it
He
again,
called me
so I must not have
stupid,
hated it that
faggot,
much.
among
And this
other
one's looking
things.
so tight. I'm gonna
FYI,
have
to
to
this day, he still calls me a faggot.
block the
He
heck
uses
out of
that
this.
term all the time and calls me names even when he is being nice. So I am upset and
Ew,
trying to
name
stand up
calling
for
is so
myself,
gross,
but only making
so
it
lame.
worse. I'm sure I cried at some point.
Actually, I name
was
call a lot when
always
I
crying.
react to 90
We
Day
leave the
Fiancé
restaurant, and
because
lo
they're
and
terrible
behold,
people,
his Range
and it's
Rover got
valid.
towed. He's yelling and mad. We got an Uber, taxi, and I go back to his
Yeah,
place.
I did.
By this time, I'm
and
absolutely
that's like
terrified
wonderful. When
and
I
am
was
just
first
trying
like
to not
looking
make
for
him more
some
upset.
crochet
He started
creators,
punching
I
things in
found
the
this
kitchen.
one gal,
He
and she was
kicks
like,
his
"Oh, I've
stove,
just been
and
doing
I
this
get
so
out of the
long. I don't
way
think
as
I
he
could
punches the
possibly
pantry
teach
door.
anyone," because
It has a
her
big,
audience was
giant
like
crack
asking
in it.
her like, "Oh, would
He
you
later
please
covered
maybe
it with a
teach?"
Chinese New Year calendar
And it
made
was
jokes
like,
on
and I was
vlogs
like,
saying,
how
"Oh, how
could
did
you
this
like
get
not?
here?" I'm
Like, you should be
crying,
able
and
to.
he's
I
blaming
don't
me
know.
for
I think it's
stuff,
weird
and
to
then I go
not
sit
be able
down
to
on the
teach.
beanbag chair that he has in the living
I'm
room.
involved in
He
like some
starts
local
screaming at me
programs,
to go
and
get the fuck out of his house.
we held a crochet
I'm bawling
class,
and crying and
it was
asking him
genuinely, it was
why he's
really,
doing
really
this to
fun.
me and why he's
And
screaming
it was
at the
kind of
top of
nice
his
to be able
lungs
to
that he
like
hates me
share
and to
some
get the
stuff
fuck
that
out
I
of
had
his
learned
house,
recently
and that he'll call the
with other
cops.
people. So
He
I
grabs his
absolutely,
phone
yeah,
and says he's calling
I love
the
that.
cops,
Definitely
and
good
I'm
to
just
teach.
crying and crying. He
'Cause we
screams and
should.
asks me, "Did you hear hear
that's
what
the
I
whole
said, you
reason
stupid
I
fucking
got
dumb
started.
blonde?
Vivian!
He would always tell me he hated blonde hair. And so I stand up to leave.
Okay,
I'm
Vivian, the
hysterical and
Discord
get in
link
my
is
car
in the
and I
chat,
speed
and you
off to
better
drive
put that
away,
blanket
and
in
he
there
jumps out
right
in front of
this
my car,
minute.
immediately
I
saying,
swear.
I'm sorry,
You know what? I'm
come
gonna put
here,
it in the
come
chat
here, come
again.
here."
I
I'm
was
crying
just
and I
talking
stop
about
the
your
car, and he
blanket
pulls
and
me
how
into the
badly I
house.
want to see it.
I'm nothing but a hyperventilating,
Oh my
crying
gosh.
mess, and I'm having a panic attack and shaking when he starts taking off my pants and saying, "Shh." He sets me down
Ew,
on
that
the
was
end of
a
the bed and starts
terrible
having
clip
sex
for me
with
to actually start
the
listening to
entire
this
time
video.
I'm crying and mumbling for him to stop, but he keeps saying "shh" After he's finished, he pulls my pants back on, and I turn to my side and keep crying. I honestly don't remember if he cuddled me after.
Probably
Maybe he
not.
did. Once
They
again,
never
I
do.
was psychologically damaged and stuck around.
Yes.
I even dyed my hair
Oh
brunette
my
to please
goodness.
him. We spent Valentine's together. At this point, I
Yeah,
knew I had to find a
Waverly
way
has
to get
been
over him.
incredible.
I just didn't know how.
It's
He was
been,
turned
like, such a
on
good
every
place to
time I
find
cried,
stuff.
and he was always mean and insulting to me. So this was the pattern.
But yes,
Friends
like I was
tried
saying,
to
I'm a huge
intervene,
fan
and I
of
actually
teaching
lost a
because,
few
like,
because I kept
I
going back
sat
to
my
him,
mom
and they
down and
thought
I was like,
weak and an idiot.
Grandma
I
knew how to
was.
sew and
I finally
crochet.
mustered
Great
the
grandma knew
strength
how to
and
sew
told
and
him we should
crochet.
be just
You know how to
friends.
sew and crochet, and you
February
ain't taught me
26th,
shit. I was like, you're gonna sit on this
2013.
park
I
bench
came over
and you're
to
gonna
help
teach
him
me
with something
crochet
I'm not
until
sure
I can
what.
crochet.
My friend
And we
Alyssa
did,
was having a party
and it
I
was
wanted to go
great.
to, and
And
he
now
kept
she's
telling
like,
me not
oh my
to
gosh,
leave.
this is
I told him I had
awesome.
to
I'm like,
go,
yeah, it
but
could have been
he was
awesome
being
like a long
flirty
time
and
ago,
cute.
loser.
I was conditioned
Oh
to
my
enjoy the
gosh.
tension and the game.
To D&D
but
games.
I told him I was going.
I listened
He
to
asked if
my
I would take
awful
a shot with
YouTube
him,
that I'm
just
putting you
one
all
before I
through.
left. Yes, I know. I should not have even said
D&D
yes
games,
and taken
I
a shot
do
before
like
driving.
to. Who is
I'm
it?
aware.
There's a
But
few
you have to
creators that do
understand
like
that this
D&D
time
horror
drugs were running
stories.
rampant
Those are
in this
super,
house,
super
and
fun.
I was so exposed to drug and alcohol abuse that I was just used to it. I said okay and took a shot with him. Instantly, I knew something was wrong. At first, I thought it was shitty vodka.
This blanket is
I even
beautiful.
asked what
All
vodka
those
it
flowers.
was since it was the worst
Oh
taste
my
I ever had.
goodness.
Then I saw his face.
That is so much
and I
work.
realized I knew what that bitter taste was. I asked him if he had slipped something in my
And you got
drink.
all these
He then
patches going.
proceeded to
Vivian,
do a
this
cute
is so
grin
dope.
with a
Thank
griffin
you so much
voice
for
denying it.
sharing.
I asked a bunch of times and he denied.
Yes, I love
but I
it.
already knew the answer.
Those flowers
I
look
also knew that the
tedious,
people who
but
die
so
from
worth
MDMA or Molly have always been mixing it with
D&D
alcohol.
is fun. It is
That
all
both of those
imagination.
together are a
Absolutely.
deadly mix.
I
That
really like
Toby
the
is a drug
storytelling
addict,
aspects
and that
of
the
it.
amount of drugs he put in my drink
and
are
I don't know,
far
I
more than
like
I will ever be capable
medieval,
of handling.
Middle Earth
I start
type
crying
shit.
and
It's
telling
like
him that he's going to
the
kill me.
jam.
Why he would try to hurt me. That he is selfish and that I'm gonna die because of him. This somehow gives him a moment of clarity, or maybe it was just the drugs taking effect, but he admits to putting it in my drink. He tells me it was only just a little bit and that it must have still been on the glass from when he used it. Then he admits fully to doing it. He starts crying as well and admitting that he is a sex addict and a drug addict and needs to get helped.
Welcome
I
into
am
the
so
Discord.
fucked up at this
Yes,
point
and
that I
definitely
honestly
share
don't even remember what happened.
your
Did
Pokemon
we
that
have
you've
sex?
made. I would love to
Did
see
we
those
only
too
talk?
because it sounds
I'm
so
not sure.
freaking cool.
All I know is that at some point he passed out cuddling
love
me on his
it.
beanbag chair, and I'm just staring straight ahead, wide awake with anxiety. I literally feel like I'm being held hostage and kidnapped.
I gotta get a bunch of
I
stuff
don't
still
know this
posted. I have
man.
like a bunch of
I want
patterns that I gotta
escape,
upload
but
in there.
I'm so fucked up
so
that I
I
can't
actually
leave.
like
Once I feel like
and
I
being
can maneuver a
accountable
car,
for it,
which
I'm just
was
like,
the next
oh, but I
afternoon,
don't want to
I
spam
drove
it
home.
either.
I really shouldn't have drove, but I
That'd be
needed
the
to
worst.
escape
I can't
him.
stand a
I come
spammy
home and
Discord.
my roommates are in the kitchen. They
But
would
no,
be so
like,
mad if
that's
they knew
so,
that I
so
was still
cool.
talking to Toby after the blatant rape.
I'm
so
so
I tell
happy that
them
you've made
at
such
the
good
bar
progress,
someone drugged
Vivian.
me.
That's
They
incredible.
tell me to go to the hospital, and I say I just want to lay down. I go in my bed and I just start sobbing. I was fucked up on this drug for 3 days.
One of my good friends,
I regret never going to the
her husband's,
hospital.
I think their
regret never going
campaign
to
is
the
coming
cops
to
for
an
what he
end.
did.
And she was
I
like, we gotta
honestly
get you
thought
in there.
about
And I'm
his
really
career
excited
ruined,
for
and
it
I
because
just
it's one of
didn't
those where
wanna
it's
hurt him
like,
because I
I've been
loved
wanting
him.
to play
How
D&D,
messed up is that?
but
He
also
had just
like
tried to
no one
kill
wants
me.
to deal with
I
a
knew I was
newbie
too
in
weak to
D&D
go to the
because
hospital,
obviously,
but I
yeah,
made sure to text
like,
him what he
it's
did
gonna
so I
kinda
would
be,
have evidence.
you
So
know,
I'd at
slowing
least
things
have a
down.
text proof that he drugged me.
But
so he
Vivian's so
couldn't
cool
turn
about
around
it, so I'm
and
kind of
deny
like,
like he
I'm
always did.
excited, I'm
like
nervous.
he denies ever dating me now. What's messed up is the text he gave me
Ooh,
before I
Vivian,
texted the
Streamlabs
proof.
is
'Twas
getting
fun.
you already.
Yeah, fun.
No chill,
I wish
no
I
chill
could say
today.
I stopped talking to him after
Get
that,
her.
but we all know that's not true. He said he would change his ways, and I took him back again. March 2nd, 2013, I go in his bathroom and
That's
see a
crazy.
black thong and condom in his trash can.
I
He's in
can't
the other
decide
room
whether or not
gaming,
I'm
so
grateful
I walk in
that I
there,
wasn't
grab him by the
allowed on the
arm, and
internet.
he's shocked. But
And I
take
kind
him
of
to the
missed a
bathroom
lot of
where
it.
I've put the items on the floor,
But at
and
the
I
same
push his
time, like, I
face down
missed all
towards
of it. I could have
His
been like in
response,
for the
"What?"
drama.
What? Yeah, what? So?
I really
And I'm
hope
livid.
if
I say, who the fuck
CoffeeZilla
is she?
if
tells me it doesn't matter, you'll never meet
if
her.
like
I really
if they
wanted
ever
to
have
destroy
any
and
serious
break everything in his
scandals,
house
I
on
will
the
be
way out,
devastated.
but I just grabbed my stuff and
Especially
go.
Coffeezilla.
Done.
Like,
Except not.
I
Because
feel
I'm
like,
an
I don't
idiot
know,
and I
I'd like
stay
to think that
friends.
the people I
The
follow
last
are
time
pretty
I ever
reputable.
had sex with
Oh
him
my
was on
gosh, is
Memorial
Mike
Day of
from that chapter?
2013.
Maybe he's like a serial
This
killer.
wasn't by choice, of course.
He's like,
This
oh,
was
hey,
a
by the
violent
way,
hate
I've
fuck after he
been
thought that I
covering
was
all these
flirting with
people who are
Max
being framed
Landis
for
at
my
Toby's
murders.
barbecue party.
Gotcha.
Then, of course, I find out who he was hooking up with, actually. Another girl from the same party who's also
Who's
my
really
friend.
popular with the
The
songs.
list goes
Yeah.
on and on.
And some of,
Mid
like,
to
they
late
were decent
2013,
songs. Do you remember
he
My
finally
Favorite
has
Martian?
a relationship with someone
I was for
else.
some reason
By
thinking
this
about
time,
like
they are known as
Orphan
names
Tears the
in
other
my
day, and
circle
I
of
was like,
friends
where
that know
is
the
Ray
drill.
Williams? This
So luckily,
motherfucker
I
is
can
still
say I
kicking
never
it on
slept with
YouTube
him
and
after
shit.
that.
It's crazy.
But things were still messed up because he would always try to
Fucking
use me to
tickle
masturbate.
bitties.
Either do it in front
Gross
of
the
me or
shit.
try to grab my hand to do it for him. It's disgusting, and I'm embarrassed.
I think
but it's
actually, I
the
think
truth,
Ray
so
Williams has
whatever.
had some
I
scandal.
just became a friend,
I'll have to look into
and
that.
I really thought that
We
things
can
were
watch
looking
My
up.
Favorite Martian
We
go
started
down
doing
for
songs
it.
together, even though I was helping him write them throughout this whole time.
I can swing my
But
sword.
I was included, and he was actually
Okay, that
letting
is
people
kind of
know
funny.
that we were
It's
friends.
tragic that he turned out to be such a
Yay.
monster.
Gag. I won't get
What a
into the lack
shame.
of payment for anything that I did because
Like, how
that's a
hard
separate
is it? It
issue.
must be really
But
hard. I
knew
know
that
I say
was
this a
being
lot, but
used.
it
I was
must be
just
really
so
hard
happy
once you
to
get
be
to a certain
included.
level. Maybe it is just
Yay.
super tempting to
Gag.
be a monster.
He always strung me along and
I don't know.
waved that
I don't
carrot
get
of
it.
songs or gaming to
That's
get
like
me to come back.
it's like when it's like, oh yeah, he got drunk and just
2014,
started
he tells me we will
screaming,
perform depressing song
slurs,
at
and it's like,
playlist.
but why?
I'm super happy
Why
because we
is
wrote it
that?
together,
It's
and
so
it was
weird.
our "Look How Magic We Are Together" song. Once it gets close to playlist time, he starts getting wishy-washy like he always does.
He's really
I ask him if we really are going to play the song because he never gives me a straight answer, and he starts telling me he only has passes for Seth and Gabe and he doesn't know.
Who's a
Then he
left-handed
tells me that
crocheter?
he'll only be doing stand-up. This is after
'Cause
I
that shit
already
is
have my
hard.
flight and hotel.
I've actually
So
like
now
sat
he
here
all of a
and
sudden
tried to
doesn't
crochet
have a pass for me
left-handed,
that
and that's
he
hard
said
as
he would
shit.
have, so I decide to go anyways. My amazing friend gets me into playlist, and I have a really good time, even though I know the drill of if Toby sees me there, he will ignore me, and I have to lie to fans and play along that he's
Yeah,
just
most
so
of them
awesome.
are like,
He asks
don't
of
meet
what
your
I'm doing,
heroes,
and I
kids.
text him that I'm hanging
I'm
with
so
these other
like scared
YouTubers,
for my
and
little
he
brother
gets
because he's
mad
like
and jealous
13.
because
I'm
I
like, who do
shortened
you
their
follow
channel name
online?
and
Show
accuses
me your
of acting
YouTube. I am
too
so
cool. I
terrified
say
of what
they're
I'll
my
find.
friends, and that's just what I call
He's like,
them.
do you know who Andrew
He then
Tate
texts
is?
a
And he's
mutual
like,
friend
no.
and
Who?
says
And I'm like,
something
thank
along the lines
God.
of, April is on her high horse and I'm about to put her down. The day of his performance, I tell another mutual friend that I just know he's going to play our song. She assures me he wouldn't do that. I have Toby energy and we are super connected. I feel it. I know he is.
Toby
and
energy.
he does. I'm going to admit
Gross.
to the internet that I almost committed suicide.
Yikes.
I was in the worst pain I've ever felt
don't
in my
care
life.
for this one.
Worse than the
This
cheating,
one's gonna go
the
on the
lying,
back.
the physical
All
and
right.
mental abuse.
Her hair's gonna cover
I'm not
this.
sure
It just
why,
looks
but
wonky
to deny me the
and
very
kinda
thing I
ugly.
created, to perform my song when it was my dream to be
So
up
pretty.
there, that was
So
worse
wonky.
than death. I was on
It's
a
that
high
middle
balcony of my
stitch.
hotel. Luckily, I didn't go
All right,
through
I'm
with
gonna-
it.
I'm
I
gonna fuck
vowed
with
not
this
to
until I
talk
hate
to
it.
him. He
Just
didn't
add
get
it
to
to the
use me
pile.
in this new life. I spent
Boom.
all of 2014 getting constant texts from him, some spamming, blaming, and attacking me, some saying he wanted to say sorry. Towards August, I think, I started to respond. I've only seen him a few times since then. I saw him a few months ago in January at a friend's birthday, and though he was nice to me in person, he started flirting with my best friend and then was trying to entice her to
What?
hang
That
out with
dragon
him.
is so
When I
cool,
texted him to
dude.
stop because hello, we're
What?
BFFs and she's gonna show me, the attacking verbal
That's
abuse was back
insane.
again. He never changes.
In the wings,
He's still
glorious.
abusing and damaging women.
Absolutely
There are
glorious.
women with stories
I like how
similar
the-
to mine.
the dragon's,
He's
like,
still playing
jacked.
his games of multiple girls at a time. Still
And the
asking
red
hot
eyes, the
chicks to
horns look
game
great
with him
too.
as a
Holy
pickup line.
crap.
I keep
That's
hoping
incredible.
that maybe he's changed, and I tried not to
see.
give the gory details to the women that he tricks
What are the
and
purple
fucks
balls?
over. But I see
Oh.
he hasn't. Two mains
Oh my
found
God.
out about
Oh
each
my
other
God,
just
that's
the
a
other
massive
day.
blanket, too.
Why did I tell such extreme
Holy crap,
detail
you're
of the
awesome
worst
at
parts parts of my life and
you've
about
been doing
him
this for 3
because
years?
last
That's
night I was
insane.
working and went to a Toys R Us and saw a Tobuscus toy in the aisle.
Goodness,
I
that
started
is
to cry
incredible.
and have a
I'm so
panic
happy
attack.
you shared
I
your
was
work in
supposed to be
here.
professional,
That is
but
so
I couldn't
freaking
help
cool.
it. I wanted to run up to the cashier and tell
Oh
her that they are
my
selling
God.
a drug addict rapist to children. They are selling a sexual predator and don't even know it. But I know that even if I did that, his toys would be out on the floor as soon as I left. Because people don't know. Parents don't know how terrible and toxic he is. How he hurts and destroys the best parts of you. All they know is his funny voices and his characters. The back of the package called him a hero. I'm sorry, but a hero doesn't disrespect, abuse, rape, and drug women. He is not a hero.
Oh,
he is
Drippin',
not a
that's
role model.
cute.
He is a sick, sick
Harry,
man.
oh my gosh.
The
That's gonna be so
accusations
cool.
didn't stop with April. On the same day, Claire
Cute.
Lourdes corroborated April's
You're a
claim,
rock star. Holy crap.
stating that she had a similar experience but chose not to disclose the details. The following day, another YouTuber, Amelia Talon, also came forward. Amelia described Toby as
Don't they
being
say
sexually
something
aggressive
similar
and
to, like, when you
pressured her
make
into taking
a
drugs.
mistake with,
She recounted an instance
a
where
crochet
Toby tricked her
project?
into consuming Molly
That, like,
by
you're
kissing her
supposed to
with the drug
leave
on
a
his
mistake
tongue.
in.
These allegations were met with mixed reactions. While some women, like Tara Babick, defended Toby by sharing their
have a
positive
soul.
experiences,
You have a
they also
soul. You
acknowledged
make
that
beautiful
he had significant
projects.
issues with drug abuse and dishonesty. Tara refuted claims of non-consensual drug use and
Unless you're
detailed how
ginger. Are you
Amelia had
admitting to being
willingly
a
taken
ginger?
Molly and slept with
You don't
Toby
take
the first
kindly to
day
your
they
kind
met,
around here.
despite being married at the
kidding.
time.
Watch Amelia Talon's video where she talked about Toby. I was actually the girl that she mentioned in the video who introduced them. And one thing to kind of prove that everything is based on perspective
dumb
is that
bitch?
she
The
left a
answer's
lot out in that
yes.
video.
Oh
She
my
completely
God.
victimized
Get it
herself, which is
together.
fine. I mean, some shitty shit happened to her. But she didn't mention that when I
Some
introduced
shitty
them,
shit
she was
happened.
married.
How
and she
kind
went
of
ahead and slept
you.
with him the same day of her own accord and took Molly the same day of her own accord. And the reason that I stopped talking to her, among many other things in our relationship beforehand as models and as gamers and as friends, was because on the car ride home, she told me that she, something along the lines of, finally knows what love feels like. And to me, that was just
Ew.
like, this is fucking crazy. And then being that head over heels for Toby had the audacity to make this video later down the line without mentioning all of those things and completely victimizing
Oh my gosh,
herself
I've
just
been
makes
thinking
it
about
seem
making
so
some
scummy
cat
to me.
toys for
I
my
made a video
boys.
about a year ago, if
I
not
did
longer
make
than a
them
year ago,
some
called
palms
My Sluttiest
recently.
Moment. And in that,
But
I
yes,
anonymously talked
a
about the night that I
carrot?
met
Okay,
Toby.
I
met him
might.
at E3
I think that would
in
be a great way to
2013, I
use
think.
up like
And we had a
the
sexual
little bits that I
relationship for about
have.
4
I have
months
all of
after
these
that.
like
But I live in
quarter
Seattle and he lives in LA,
skeins
so we would see
chilling,
each
and I
other
don't know
every
what to
2
do with
weeks
them.
or every month or something like that. At
Or I'll just
first,
start
the
banging
second
out
time that I went down
flowers
there
like
to see
Vivian
him,
is.
after the My Sluttiest Moment incident, which I'll post in the description, so if you guys want to watch that, go ahead. But basically,
Now I do.
I made a
All
video in 2012 talking about my bucket list. And on my bucket list, I said I want to seduce Toby Turner. That was one of the things I wanted to do.
Ew.
And so it felt like
Why is
serendipity
that on your
when
bucket
at this
list? How
Ubisoft after
lame.
party, he was right there in front of me dancing. So I went up to him, told him he was hot, he kissed me on the mouth, and his friend ended up giving me Molly, and I went home with him. So Toby and I had a lot of sex anytime I was around. We would have sex like jackrabbits all day, and then I would lay
What
on the
is
floor
this?
naked and watch him
I'm
while
gonna
he
ne-
made
I gotta
content,
put,
and
like,
that was
a
extremely
warning
fun
on
for me.
this
The only thing I
content.
didn't
This is
like was his
insane.
affinity for drugs.
This is
He always
awful.
wanted me to take Molly, and the way my body reacted to Molly was literally
What
like
did
it
I just
obliterated
do?
my
I just did a
stomach.
double
I would
crochet,
eventually end up throwing up every time after the high kicked in, and then for the next like day and a half, I would lay in bed with my stomach aching and just feeling like complete shit. Something I did notice with him and other
Doing
girls
drugs
was that
and
he
just
was
drinking
pushing
all
a
the
little
time
bit
makes
too
you
hard.
feel like
there was a girl that
shit?
he
Who
brought
would've
over
fucking
who
knew,
seemed
dip?
really into him, and you know when you have like that kind of status, that celebrity status, where someone wants to sleep with you because they've been crushing on you for a long time, you do have that kind of power over
That's
someone,
so
and with that power does come
cute.
responsibility.
Oh my
But I think it's a
God.
little bit ridiculous for someone
I
like
love
April,
banging out
the girl who made the
flowers.
Tumblr
I
blog
can't wait.
post,
I'm gonna
to
make
sit
so
up on a
many
high
of
horse
like
and say that
little
she's
tough
trying
ones.
to protect the children who are watching him. Because I mean, what
I'm so
idol
stoked.
has
I love
anyone ever
flowers,
had who was a
anything.
rich guy and wasn't into drugs and rock and roll? That's a pretty common thing. Welcome to the real world. Your idols are not who you think they are. Your
Yeah,
idols
they're
are just like
apparently all
everyone else, and
terrible
they
people.
succumb to the pressures of being super popular as well. It's hard, and Toby strikes me as
Oh my
someone
gosh.
who needs a lot
I've
of
been editing
reassurance that
Cody
he's
Cohen
awesome.
to
Like he
Forrest
would text me all
Gump.
the time, and he would text me
It's not gonna
private
be
versions
good,
of
don't get me
videos that are
wrong,
gonna be
but
up or
it's
songs
funny
that
in
he's
my
made.
opinion.
And like he got so
Well,
happy
what he
when I
did
told him
isn't
how great
funny,
it was.
but
And he
anyways.
would shower me with
And he
compliments, and
just
I would
got
shower him with
rotten.
compliments, and that's kind of how our relationship was. But I knew
Oh
that
my
he was
God, that's a
unstable
fat
mentally.
loop.
From the drugs
Insane.
to just really needing that gratification of sex. I've seen him with other girls and he never treated them disrespectfully. And I'm not saying that any of the things that these people experienced didn't happen. I'm just saying that if you have the self-respect to be like, no, and like lay down ground rules, then he respects it. And he asked me if I would try Molly, and this is gonna be embarrassing for him probably, but not for me because I don't give a shit.
This kind of sounds like she blames
less potent
women. Like,
and makes
what did
me
you
less
do?
Sick. And then if it still makes me sick, I don't have to do it anymore. So I tried it,
like,
and it still made me sick.
She's
so
just kind
I
of
ended
being
up
a
not
bitch.
doing it anymore.
I don't know who this
and he didn't push anymore, and it wasn't a big deal. But for me, drugs is kind of not something I want to do.
Drugs is kind of not something I want to do.
He can do it, just I'm not going to do it.
Put that on a fucking dare shirt.
Problems. And it was sad to see him like that, and it's sad to be tortured like that, and I feel like he needs help. He doesn't need ridicule. And honestly, the person that I got a crush on watching his gaming videos was not the same happy-go-lucky person that I saw after I met him, where it just seemed like he was so, like, in his content, he was just so jittery, he was just clearly on drugs, he looked less healthy than usual. It looked like he was aging him, and I was worried about it. Basically, what I feel like is there were a bunch of fangirls that see Toby as so attractive and so smart and so awesome, and they want to make content with him, and it's not necessarily an attention whore thing, but it can be. And then they get to meeting him and knowing him, and they end up doing anything for him because he's like their idol, instead of actually having the self-respect to be like, whoa, these are the boundaries, this is the kind of person I am. Okay, you're not gonna have a relationship with me, I'll leave. And like when you read the blog post from that girl April, it's just like she keeps going back, and at some point,
are they
fool
D&D?
me once, shame on you, fool me 100 times, it's kind of my fault too. And I'm not saying that Toby is without his flaws, because he is definitely a sadly flawed human being. He's fighting demons that none of us understand.
I ended
so to
up
sit there
listening
and
to a
judge
video
him
the
just
other day that
because you
was
saw
talking
him
about
as
like
someone who
offshore oil rigs. So I mean, I'm getting into some weird rabbit holes just listening to stuff.
I've never had him force himself on me.
I'm always open to recommendations.
Without my knowledge.
I have no reason to be learning about offshore oil rigs.
I also saw him interact with a lot of other girls. So I feel like these girls that are making these hate posts about how he's a rapist or forcing drugs on people, if that did happen, which I don't know and you don't know either, because you weren't there, I really don't feel like Toby could have possibly had malicious intent. I feel like it was just a mistake he made, or he got carried away, or he was high or something. And these are not good excuses to just excuse him or absolve him in any way. But to ruin someone's career, someone who's already so fragile, just seems so.
Are you kidding me?
Another defender was Jacqueline Glenn, who had a past relationship with
that
Toby.
woman was a whole
She admitted
ick and
that
a
Toby
half.
was a challenging partner, prone to verbal abuse and requiring constant validation.
I'm so sorry.
However, she maintained that he never forced her to do anything against her will,
today?
and emphasized the complexity of their relationship, suggesting that while he was flawed,
if you're working on
the
any
narrative
crafts,
was not
we
black
would
and white.
love to hear about it.
This is the third time that I've sat down and recorded this video. I threw my hair up. I'm just frustrated. This video is talking about Toby Turner and the rape accusations that have been made against him. That's all I keep hearing about.
Gab is Cozy Games. Okay.
Asking me if I'm okay.
I'll have to check it out. I don't know. I'm kind of
I appreciate the concern, but what gets
in between
is,
games so far.
The next level of people who are texting me saying,
one of my girlfriends, she was like, "Oh my gosh, you have to play it's this kitchen game." And she had me so stressed. She was like, "Oh, you've started a fire in the kitchen." I was like, "Bro, we're supposed to be chilling. Like, what is this?" So then, we just played Mario Kart for like 2 hours.
Toby in the comments.
Some of those cozy games are low-key, like, a grind. They got me working.
That's the point of this video.
Crazy.
I'd like to just get it out there and then not hear about it anymore as much as possible.
I gotta
Please don't leave it
wait,
as
no,
comment on
yes,
all my stuff.
no, yes.
I have known
What is this
Toby
pattern? What am I? You know what? It's not the pattern. It's me, and I know it. Okay. It's not like I've done this like 20 freaking times already, and I'm just like, oh, what am I doing?
I got several girls.
Crochet has made me ask myself a lot of hard questions, alright? Can I follow instructions? Absolutely not. Can I count? Fuck no, I can't count. Alright, the public school system has failed me, and my ADHD medications are SOL at this point of the day, alright? We're just, pardon my French, alright? We're raw dogging this, alright? ADHD is in full swing.
And the reason that I didn't take much of it seriously.
Ooh, Stardew Valley. Stardew Valley feels like
they would see him in parties at
I've just worked so hard in those mines on some days, and it's just like I have to stop, and I'm like, why am I going this hard? I did get one of my farms up to like, girl's a millionaire. Like, I got over $1 million, and now I'm just like, now what? Like, yay, it's capitalism with me doing all of it. Cool. And there, Lewis, spending the town's money on gold statues of himself. Crooked motherfucker, piece of shit. Oh, I hate Mayor Lewis. He is just the worst. And then he takes credit for all of my hard work. Oh yeah, these stitches are so far off, it's not even funny. I'm straight up just missing a stitch. That's hilarious.
And I feel like that's where a lot of people go
well,
wrong
we're just gonna rock it.
in situations. Like,
we're just gonna keep rocking and rolling. This is another one for the back of the scarf.
They will just
slap this bitch in the middle, ain't no one gonna pay attention.
Push me to do it. I'm not gonna do that.
Here we go.
You know, we had our own personal fights over situations like that and resolved them within the relationship.
Okay, what am I doing? Cool.
And that's as far as it should ever go. The reason why we didn't work out
it's so weird when they like run to defend someone who's accused of stuff. It's just like yuck.
Not really.
Gross.
He has
I fell off a bit on the first thing.
A history of cheating. He does not.
In an Infinity 7
He's
star.
not a person that's probably very good with monogamy.
Oh, the first ring. Oh my god, I can't read either.
That was something
I'm just.
that I wanted, and he wasn't honest with me about things.
This looks awful.
I didn't trust him anymore.
This is not gonna turn out right.
And also, while he was in Canada, there was a girl there. While he was
I gotta figure out where I went wrong.
Found was meanwhile with somebody else. You know,
it all started when I first made my magic ring. I bet.
What pissed me off the most about the situation was that I was attacked by a lot of his fans because he made a couple of videos on his blog channel about how I abandoned him and how I made him sad and how it was because we didn't spend enough time together and like that wasn't the reason.
There's just not enough stitches.
Discussed that.
Did I miss something in here a long time ago?
Like, that's not the reason we broke up. We broke up because of other very serious issues. But I don't think of him as this criminal. Like, I just don't.
Oh, good for you, honey. He didn't, he never did anything to me, so therefore he's not a criminal.
Yeah, criminal.
That's totally how it works.
That's just me. And people
that Luigi guy has never shot at me, so therefore he's not a criminal, and he's not guilty. Actually, I don't think that guy's guilty at all.
He is.
Anyways.
And get everyone, giving me little pats on the back and things of sympathy and saying I'm
like,
great.
Oh no. Anyways.
Or saying that I'm, just attention seeking. So there's that aspect. Or I could say what I'm saying now and try to say that there's probably a gray area.
I'm just trying to see, like, how many of these do I really need? She's a short woman, all right?
And then I'm gonna get this.
It's not like she needs the scarf to be dragging to her knees or anything, right? And maybe I can pull out some of these fuglier looking squares.
There's no winning at all.
I mean, regardless, she's gonna be like, oh my god, this is so beautiful. And I'm gonna be like, it's a giant piece of shit.
Like I said, every comment that I've been getting has been, oh god, fuck. I mean,
what it's
right
called
now,
in English?
Ooh, from people
that is the tricky bit. That is a tricky bit. Oh my gosh, there's
told me a quote from Mark
no
Twain,
way she needs more than this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Truth is still putting on its shoes,
6,
and I feel like that's this.
7, 8, 9, 10.
Pretty solidly right now.
11. Okay, and I still have another row, so it's not. It's gonna get a little bit bigger too.
That he is to a certain.
And then I'm gonna block it, and then they're gonna probably get a little bit bigger there. From hip, wrap around, neck to hip.
I don't know how to end this. I don't know if I should post this.
Girl, you probably shouldn't have posted it. All right.
Business
Let's
aside,
start there.
You don't want somebody to
What is that hairstyle? Ew, the early 2000s were a hellscape, weren't
I
they?
don't want anything bad to happen. Is all I'm saying. And it's just scary. It's a scary situation, and I don't know how to act. And I'm just gonna stop talking because there's not like a really great conclusion.
Yeah, I think this will be long enough. And genuinely, her dog's probably gonna fucking eat it. I'm not even joking.
Something that's just gonna be every other comment.
I should just make her dog something like a sacrificial, like, here, eat this instead.
Horrible things. But anyways, I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go. Thanks for watching.
On the upside,
Toby
I am
quickly
done
released
with
a video
this
denying
white.
the allegations,
Ugh, so
expressing
much white.
shock and hurt.
And now
Despite
I
his
can go back
denial,
to this
these
pretty
accusations
purple.
severely
I
impacted his
almost
career
wonder
and his
if
public image.
you know what? I'm not going to finish that sentence. I just need to shut the fuck up. I almost wonder if I should have done white hearts and had it
person I
surrounded by
dated
purple. Shut up,
a few
me.
years ago.
Dummy. Idiot.
Just
What am I going to do? Undo all of it and redo it?
extremely
Yeah. That's genuinely what I
serious
did on that
false
stupid flail.
accusations
Where I finished it and then I was like, I don't like the chain that I made. Let's just cut that off and make a new one.
I've
2
never
a.m. I'm
done
still
anything
crocheting in my
without
fucking
trying to
living room
consent.
on Christmas Eve.
I've never
Well, at that point it was
tried to
Christmas.
trick her
Ridiculous. The
into
consequences
anything.
of my own, stupidity.
I read
But,
her
anyways.
Tumblr post.
Just make a
And I
tennis
was-
ball. I should.
shocked.
What was I holding the other day?
And I was hurt.
Oh my gosh. It was like,
These
it was this little
allegations
stuffed
are
animal that had like a weighted tennis ball in it. And I guess
false.
it's like meant to like play catch with.
I just
And
wanted to address it.
I really liked it. I don't know, maybe I will make, I hate
The
that
controversy
dog, though.
spurred heated
I'll
debates
think about
within
it.
the YouTube
I'll think
community and
about it.
beyond, with opinions
He
divided over the
ate.
credibility of
We
the
had these
allegations
quilts that my
and the character of Toby Turner.
grandmother made,
The
and
accusations
the dog
against
just
Toby Turner and
ate
just
them.
how severe they
He
were
ate them.
made recovery
I have
that
never
much more
encountered a
challenging
dog
for
that
him.
just
And surprisingly, the allegations
inanimate
didn't
objects
significantly
the way
impact
this
his
dog
viewership
does, and it's
more
just
than
like
his
you have
already
food, you have
dwindling
treats, you have bones, you have
motivation and
literally
inconsistent uploads had.
he ate a couch.
The real damage
He
was
ate
to his
part of their
prospects in
couch.
film and
It's
television.
insane.
A glance at his
Throw the
Wikipedia
whole dog
page
away. It's
reveals a
clearly
stark
broken.
decline in his
Get a
acting
cat.
credits post 2016. Even his minor role
kidding, my
voicing
cats are the
Ant-Man
worst.
for a
Don't do
Marvel
it.
mobile game
Little
couldn't salvage
monsters.
his
I
image,
love them.
and even that
Dearly.
didn't last. Toby's
Don't
limited
mean they ain't little
credits suggested
monsters.
industry-wide blacklisting, confining him to
I will
just
say
his
I
YouTube
really
channels.
like this purple.
An interesting shift occurred within his vlog
Genuinely.
channel. The energetic and
Tell it to
quirky
get
Toby
boned,
Turner
yeah.
remained even
That's
when
what I can do with all the
discussing
extra
serious
white now
events
that I
like getting
have, because I
swatted
have
in
like a whole
October
bowl of white that I ain't gonna
2016.
use.
Toby
There we go.
described the
I'll make him a
experience with his
bone.
usual random laughter and constant motion, contrasting the gravity
That'd
of the
be cute.
situation.
I went in, I was talking to
I'd
the
almost want to make that for a
bartender,
dog
you
that I
know, we were
actually
laughing.
like.
He's like, oh, he's a nice guy. I'm like,
Find a good boy. You know?
messed up.
Shoot.
I think I'm a nice guy.
I have so
and you know,
much.
It's really funny that like as soon as I give anyone
Why
my name,
did I buy
want to look me up,
2
I'm like,
more
oh,
skeins
nah,
of purple? Why?
which is
Why am
fine.
I like
you know, that'll
this?
filter out a lot of morons. 'cause,
I
you
need
know,
to
people
make
with, like,
some
brains that come
gloves.
from,
I think
like,
I'm gonna make
it's not
some more
real,
Christmas
but
gloves and just kind of
it's
give
not
them
for me to
away.
judge.
I have these
so-
bags that
so
we
here's
put
what I'm
together
talking
for
about. The
the
downside
homeless
of,
people in the
you know,
area
making
that have
YouTube
like
videos,
hand warmers
you
and
change your
stuff.
phone number,
Maybe
like,
I'll just
every
bang out a
couple
couple
weeks.
pair of gloves and be like, here you
Just
go.
for fun.
Like,
or
I just gotta
because
get rid
people
of
like,
some of
"Thank
this
you, phone number,"
stuff.
which is just
I'm
great.
overbuying and I don't know
So,
why.
A couple months ago, I got like, you know,
I'm
you
such
know
a
what
good
happens.
consumer.
When you wake
I'm
up,
so
you're like,
good at spending my money.
700,000 missed calls. You're like,
And I'm so good at finding where the
so
yarn
people
end
like get your phone number
is.
and they leak it, and you got to change it again, and like, it's gotten to the point where I
Where
call
is
the
it?
same person every time to change my number because I've done it, you know, so many times. They actually, they're like I call them, I'm like
Perfect color for it.
Like, I
Yeah,
speak
I
forever.
made my
And they're
my
like,
aunt
yeah,
a pair of
Toby?
gloves
Oh,
and
yeah,
then
I
an
get
ear
it.
warmer
Already got a
set
new
in
one for
this
you.
color,
Isn't
and
that
it
awesome?
is really nice.
I
I
got
do like it a
swatted.
lot.
And I didn't even talk about
I've
it in a
been
while.
I really
Just 'cause I want
like
it to be
the
my own experience in my heart.
the
If
hometown
somebody
lion
comes to your
brand.
house,
But
doesn't
I've
knock
found
over
that
your
like the
doorbell,
places around me
which is
don't have
great,
much of a
convenient, 'cause then you
selection
can
for
talk to
them.
them
It's
faster.
kind of a bummer.
So they just have a team of 8 people just battering rams your door down. They
So
just
I
run
go
in
there
with
and
guns
I've been
into your
having to
face.
buy
And they're like
just one or two at a time because they don't
What?
have any others.
And
So
they're like,
I've
"Where's
gone
the
to the craft
hostage?"
store so
So
many times
apparently,
this
there
last
was like
month.
a murder
It's insane.
hostage situation.
I do not
at
know
my
where
house,
my
so
end
I
is.
moved,
What did I
because
get myself
I don't want that to
into?
happen. What a fun wake-up call.
Do any of
Like,
you guys
gun
do
to
that
the
thing
face.
where you like undo the
Just wanna
whole
let you know
thing
that
and then you
happened.
redo
So
it?
phone number change,
I
address change,
see people who are like, oh yeah, you gotta
uh,
rewind the yarn.
motion of
I
state
ain't doing
change.
all of that. Are you
It's been an
kidding me? Oh,
eventful,
found it. Got
time
it.
for
See, I'll
Toby
never do
Turner.
that.
Thanks for
ever.
riding
You
this
won't catch me
just
doing
way
that.
from hell. It just came out of nowhere for absolutely no reason.
And now I'm
but
gonna
here it
recklessly
is.
shove the white into a random
Stuff in
bag
your life, just know
for it to tie its own
it
knots.
could be worse, and it will get better. I know, cause like
Make them hats.
I don't know. I hope. No,
Oh yeah, I should.
Lasts every day.
I should.
No
that
matter what
hat though that I
happens,
made
everything's
took
the
me
plane.
forever. But it was really nice. I will admit that. I was very pleased with me complimenting myself. I was really happy with how it turned out, and my dad was like. My dad makes these incredible leather purses, and just like other things with leather. He's very talented, and so like his attention to detail, I'm very aware of.
After the controversy broke,
I kind of want to
Toby's
mirror that
vlogging
in some
frequency
things,
massively
but then I do
decreased.
find myself
He
kind of
uploaded a single
being
vlog in
overly
June of
critical.
2016, and then took a 3-month-long hiatus
yeah,
before returning in October
he
with
did
raw,
right away. He was like,
unedited
"Oh,
footage.
this is like a really
This
heavy
new
hat."
style
And I was like, "Oh my god,
lacked the
thank you!
polish of
Like,
his earlier
thank
work,
you for
and his
acknowledging
ramblings
that."
often strayed far from the
But
main
yeah,
subject.
just a picture.
For example,
he
in one
posted a
vlog,
picture?
he
Okay.
abruptly switched from discussing the game Civilization 6
like I said,
to
I'm
mentioning
so
that he
behind on
emailed an
uploading into the
ex-girlfriend
Discord,
only to be told to
for
stop
what I've
contacting
completed.
her.
I
This
totally-
particular video was posted
totally
on
gotta
October
get in here and
26,
just,
2016.
Had a pretty nice day.
Oh,
today,
your cat
yesterday.
is so
Thanks
freaking
for asking.
cute too.
I saw
Oh my
Civilization
god.
6 came out.
I
was looking
love
at that.
cats.
It's just I played a lot of the older Civilizations where you have to build up your civilization.
What?
Self-explanatory.
That's
and then you
insane.
fly up into space.
That is
That's the
so
end of the game.
insanely cool.
You know, and it's, I haven't been, contacting my ex or anything, or, which is good. I just send her stuff.
Magic.
That makes
Is
me think
that
of
supposed to be magic card?
which doesn't count, but it's cool.
Because
she
that
did
is
respond.
just
She
like
was
endlessly cool.
Please stop sending me stuff.
You're so talented.
It's a good sign. Just walking next to Bed Bath & Beyond and doing the thing. There's Varicose Vein ad up there if you guys sponsor if you need some.
Despite the clear message from his ex, Toby continued to email her into November.
The
This
game
prompted
shop
her
that you
boyfriend,
sell your
another
things
YouTuber
at
known
is
as
very
Social
lucky.
Repos, to publicly
Like,
ask Toby to stop contacting
that
his
adds so
girlfriend,
much to
Jacqueline
it. I'm
Glenn.
sure kids
Drama
love to
channels
see,
quickly
like,
picked
what
up the
you've
story.
made. That's
Toby
incredible.
responded the next day, claiming that he was unaware of Jacqueline's current relationship status and defending his emails as
Oh my
heartfelt
gosh,
gestures
this
rather than
pattern
harassment.
spells color with a
There you go.
U.
I shaved
Color.
today. I have a pimple.
How
I popped it,
posh.
so it's gone. But there's the evidence right there. So how are you?
I just
How's
like
your
the
day?
color.
I sent an email. Maybe you heard
See,
about it.
slip
to my
stitch.
ex the other day.
Boom.
Like, professing my love and stuff, like pitiful
This guy's
ex-boyfriend.
weird.
And I thought it was sweet. I didn't think it was a big deal. And then after I literally get
Wait, what?
I'm talking to Tara Bright, and he's like, "Oh, did you hear she got married yesterday?"
duh.
I'm like,
Okay.
I didn't even know she's like.
So I
in a
just keep
serious
shelling.
Thing. Like, I mean, anyway, I don't know. Whatever. So then I guess it's on It's on Scarce's channel. Talking about me being like an obsessed ex-boyfriend.
I think I'm gonna need a break from double crochets for like a minute after this.
I sent an email.
This whole pattern. It's just like, what's next? A double crochet.
What's with the making private stuff public?
I'm gonna
thing?
bang out some
and the bullying
trebles.
people
So
online.
pretty and
I don't
twisty.
understand it. I mean, I do because my personal life is very interesting. I have a little dog. Hey,
So you were
Gracie,
talking about the
I'm
waffle
a
stitch
popular, I'm
earlier.
98, and
What
I'm
are
an
some
adult,
other
and
favorite
I shouldn't do that. I don't know.
stitches?
At least I did.
I
get
am
another
obsessed
drum
lately
video,
with the
so
iris
feels
stitch,
pretty
as I
good.
mentioned.
Not at all. I do get
And I
that
do
it'd be
like the
annoying if
treble.
my
I think
girlfriend
it's
had
just
somebody
really
trying to
pretty.
be with her. But I would be pretty secure about it. I think. I don't know. I wouldn't go after him public. At least I would be like, hey, dude, stop in on my girlfriend. Done. It's so funny. And this is not funny. It's kind of embarrassing, and it looks pathetic and stuff. And like it going being public. Yeah, I look like an idiot. But whatever. Even wrote a video called "How to Stop Contacting Your Ex-Girlfriend."
How to
Obviously,
stop
I didn't
contacting
follow
your
any of the
ex-girlfriend. That
procedure,
is
but, I mean,
so
it's a pretty funny video.
weird.
If I would record it without bawling my eyes out. I don't know this guy. I'm sure he's a nice guy. I did call him a dick on Twitter.
Not a
but I
nice
felt
guy.
just because I'm like, why would you
Nice
post
guys
in public?
ain't that
but I
nice.
get it. Where it's come from. So sorry, dude. Have a good time. All right. If you want to go watch the Scarce video, link in the description where I look like a pathetic ex-boyfriend, or you can just follow my daily vlogs and just
Get a
watch me be a
snack.
pathetic
Shoot,
ex-boyfriend.
I
every
didn't do
day.
my parade of
Jacqueline and
drinks.
Social Repos then released
Alright.
their
If
videos
there's anything
detailing
I
Toby's
always
unwanted
have,
advances over the years,
drinks.
such as leaving notes on her car and bringing
It
her
never
flowers
ends for
despite
me.
being blocked on all other platforms.
My ex, Toby, is
So yeah, I got caffeine. I have water.
not
And I have a little bit of wine.
my request to be
that
left
I'm
alone.
probably just
And
ignoring for the most part. I always pour it,
it's
and then
something
it
that got
just
really
like
bad
sits on the counter until the
a
next
couple
morning when I pour it
months
out.
ago, and
I'm like,
is now
that was
getting bad
neat.
again. It seems like every time he
I do
thinks
that
I'm
with like a
involved with
cider
someone,
too. I'm
he
just like,
gets
oh,
worse.
that sounds delicious, and I don't
one
touch
time
it.
he showed up at my place while I had a roommate, and like, got into the back and left a note on my car. I don't know how he got in because it was a gated thing. He would bring me flowers while I was there with someone else. It was very awkward.
I have seen that,
and
like,
now
this
you know, he won't
the
stop sending me
shell
emails.
and
the
then
reason why
chain
it's
one
emails
and
is
like
because I have him
shell.
blocked on text messages.
I've seen it used
on
for
Twitter,
like
on all social
cardigans.
media.
I've seen it used for like a bunch
because
of
he
other
gets
projects too.
very angry with me for not
So
wanting to see him.
I am
or not
happy that I
wanting
got
be
to
with him.
learn like what
Toby
shell
later
means.
explained
So
his
next time I
actions
see it
in
in
another
pattern, I
video
can just be
stating
like,
that
oh,
Jacqueline
cool,
had once
done.
told him to never give up on her,
Oh,
which
missed a
motivated his
loop.
persistence.
Happy
Missed a
Thanksgiving.
bunch of
Hope you're spending it with
loops.
people
There
you
we
care
go.
about, and saying thanks to them a lot, and eating a lot of food, because that's what this holiday's for.
I really think
I don't
so.
want to talk
This
about this
is
too much, but I got some texts about me leaving
this is my
notes
last
on a
Christmas
car.
gift that
And
I'm
a year
making.
ago, yeah, I left a note and a
And
flower
then
on my ex's car, which, you know,
I think
we got
I'm
back
gonna go
together
back
after that, but it didn't work out. And
doing
she's
the-
married. I sent her an email the other day.
the sunflower
just 'cause
tote
it's been
that
a
I
really
was
hard year,
working
for
on
me,
about a month
and her
ago.
Too. I mean, it was just, you know,
Because I want to
a lot of
finish
drama.
that before
Drama,
spring,
like,
so
exploded
that it'll
this
be
year.
like ready to go. It's gonna be so
2016 sucks.
gosh darn cute.
But you know, I'm happy for it. I really don't want to talk about any of this, but it's just.
And
freaking,
then
there's
I'm
so
gonna
many
start
drama
on
videos
that
there. I mean, I
on
was
the
told she
sweater
wasn't a serious thing, so
that I have,
you know, obviously that
because I
information
have-
is factually infactual.
Is it?
But
This
you know,
is
I care
like
about her, so I
the
reached
most
out. And she
incredible
helped me go through like
yarn.
the worst time of my
It's
life.
so
Which also
crazy
involved
soft.
social media drama and like
And
false
I
allegations.
really
and,
want
you know,
to do a
it's stressful
sweater.
because
I'm
suddenly
super
drama is
stoked.
the coolest thing to talk about. You know,
And
some of the
then
guys
I
I do
have-
respect and
like I
you know,
have this.
they're funny
And
sometimes.
I don't quite
but you know, it's so stupid.
have
I don't know. I just said
anything
you know like 10
planned.
times.
I got this one
You
too.
know? But you know,
I think I'm gonna make my mom something with this. But
it's over, and I get it. I'm not gonna be hung up
yeah, I
on it.
think
We were
that'll be
together,
my
and
next-
we cared a lot about each other,
the
and she
next
like helped me out
steps.
through our time.
Once I
and then she told me
finish-
if I loved her to never give up.
once the holidays are over, and then
Which is
next
a
year's
while
gonna
back,
be
but
like
still,
a
I'm like,
bajillion
oh,
times
that's in my
better.
head
I'll be
somewhere, and I'm
so
doing my thing.
ready
Happy,
and like
fine.
have
Me
everything
laughing in this video
planned.
at all is not because I think the
And
whole
I'm gonna
thing's not
start
serious.
early, like.
But you just have
I'll
to
be.
laugh
It'll be
sometimes.
March, and I'll be making a
This whole
freaking pair of
situation
Christmas gloves.
has been hard, and
just to get it
relationships are
done.
complicated.
I'm gonna put it in a bag,
you know,
and
this
then
didn't
it'll
work
be out of the way.
And I'm gonna throw out there one more time. It's been a freaking tough year. I don't know how to handle this kind of year. So you know. You know. Anyway, we've been through a lot.
Yeah, it
and I
is.
care about her,
It's
and he's
so.
fortunate to have
It
her.
is just a
And
wonderful
these are my feelings that I'll
yarn,
keep
and
to
I'm
myself
so
from now on.
excited for
And again,
it.
happy Thanksgiving. Remember to tell your family
I
you
found
care
this
about them.
really
And when
cool,
it comes to anyone else, yeah, just keep that to yourself.
sweater pattern
Although the drama didn't
from the
result
library.
in
Actually,
significant
they had this
changes,
book.
it added to the
I was-
already damaged
okay, so, like,
image of Toby
I
Turner.
kind of,
His supporters remained
I
sympathetic,
tried to buy as
while
little
critics
as I
labeled
can,
him
as I
as a
just
stalker.
showed like my yarn
By
haul.
this time, Toby's channel
in
had
general,
already been declining,
like I do try and
possibly due
reduce
to a
the amount that I
burnout or a
consume.
shift in focus to
And,
developing a game.
so I use my
This
library a
led
lot.
to a lack of innovation and
I
effort
found the
in his
book,
videos.
and it had this incredible
and soon
sweater
enough,
in it.
the cracks
And my mom
began
turns
to
around
show.
and goes
Starting
to
in
Amazon and
2016,
buys me the
Toby's
book. And I'm like,
character
bro,
began
you
to unravel
don't,
publicly
you don't
due to these
get it.
controversies.
Like, thank
this
you.
shift
Like, I'm not
undoubtedly
a total
blacklisted
dick,
him
but,
from
like,
traditional
dude,
entertainment
stop.
opportunities.
Just
and
because,
the
like,
decline of
even
Toby
if she had
himself
bought it from, like,
became
a
evident
smaller
as his
bookshop,
vlogs
I would have been like,
transitioned
okay.
from discussing
But she
games
didn't.
to
She just went to
controversial
Amazon.
political topics,
Yuck.
reaching a much
I just
smaller
hate
audience.
Bezos.
The
As
change
I'm
in his
streaming on
content and
Twitch.
demeanor over the past 5 years
Just
points to a
imagine being
deeper,
able to,
more
like,
personal decline.
end
Starting with
homelessness
his
and then just
gaming
being
channel,
like,
Toby
nah,
Games, which once
I need another
thrived with
yacht.
several uploads a day,
Crazy.
saw a significant drop in activity
The
post
blanket or
2018.
anything
Initially
age
maintaining a
just falls
somewhat
away.
consistent upload schedule,
Okay,
the channel's
really? I
viewership
didn't know
plummeted to
that.
just a few thousand views per video,
I did
a
not
stark
know
contrast to the millions
Yeah,
he
I
once
just thought it was
garnered.
insanely
This decline
soft,
likely
and I was like, I
discouraged
deserve
Toby,
this in a
resulting
sweater.
in an increasingly
I
sporadic
deserve
upload schedule that reflected
curl
a
up with
noticeable
this. It is
lack of
actually
enthusiasm.
a really
However, on
cool
his main
sweater.
channel, Tobuscus, Toby experienced a mix of minor successes
got
and
it
frequent
from this
misses up
book,
until 2018. He
and
experimented with various
it
new
has-
ideas,
let me-
including a serious music video,
pull it up.
but his
The sweater
content
that I'm gonna
mostly
do
consisted of literal
is
trailers,
like a
rants, and
twofer.
sequels
Thank
to
you
his
so
older
much for
viral
joining.
hits. Desperation seemed to seep into his creative process,
Yes.
leading him to produce
So
follow-ups
it's
to his once
this.
popular
And
videos
so
like
it
Nugget and a Biscuit
crisscrosses,
2,
and then
Nuggets
it
roasting on an
also,
open fire,
it
and
ties.
I'm dreaming of a diamond
So
sword.
you can wear this as a
sense of
cardigan,
desperation
as well
is
you can flip it around
encapsulated
and
in
it
his
would be a
video titled
cardigan.
My Life is Over, where he mockingly
here you
promotes
can
a
better
movie
see
script
where it
while
has
lamenting his career's
the
downturn.
tie. Oh,
Do I
sorry.
have a movie script? Yeah.
But yeah,
I mean, there's
it's
a budget,
super
right?
cute.
Yes,
It's
I have a
so
movie script.
pretty.
And if they give us a budget,
And it
give
literally
me a
has
couple weeks,
everything.
and I'll just tweak
The
the script.
entire
And I mean, it's
frickin'
really
pattern.
great. I wish you could read it right now.
I'm
As
just
is.
obsessed
it's really
with
good.
it. I cannot
They need
wait
to see
to
the script
make
before they approve the
this.
budget.
And
Ask
I'm
them this.
grateful for the book.
Say, excuse
I
me,
think
do
my
you
biggest
know
thing
who
is
Tobuscus
like that was like
was?
the only sweater
And
that
then
I really
they'll start saying
liked.
something,
So
and
now
there's
I have this
sides,
book,
and then hang up.
but I figure I could loan it to
Don't go back.
friends. I can.
Oh my God! Hold on a second.
You know, just share it with people that are local who maybe they're starting crochet and they're like, oh,
super awesome.
you know, I'm looking for a pattern. I can be like, here you go.
Wow,
Here's a
you look
whole
good.
book with patterns.
I'm on a super important business call, but I have.
But
a
yeah,
video that's
it's a
edited.
very
I can show
cool
you, this
sweater.
intro
It reminds
thing
me,
that you want, so you don't need that. I don't have.
forever ago. Oh my God, I think like it's got to be almost a decade now.
Who knows? Who knows? You look great.
Victoria's Secret
Smell
had a
fine.
sweater that
Keep
had
it
like a
Since
crisscross
then,
and a
one
twist in it, and it was
significant
the
video,
coolest.
unlisted, entitled
So it kind of reminds me of that,
#MeTooLate
and I like that it can be a
stands
cardigan
out in
too.
Toby's discography.
So I'm really, I hope I got
Uploaded
enough
on June
yarn.
14th,
I don't think I
2018,
did.
Toby
But we'll
finally
find out.
addressed the
But
allegations
yeah, I'm
against
super
him.
excited
He
for
began
it.
by
'Cause
acknowledging
it'll
the
be my
importance
first
of the Me Too
wearable, like,
movement and his decision to
have
speak
it
out
actually
despite
right
advice
here.
to
I
stay
made this-
silent.
This,
Toby's
like,
account
bucket
of the
hat
events
that's, like, it
drastically
kinda, when you're
differed
wearing it,
from
kinda looks like a
April's
daisy.
detailed Tumblr post. The
but
video,
beyond that, I
despite
haven't
its
really
serious
made
content, maintained a somewhat
real
casual
wearables, and I
tone,
definitely
which
want
many
to do
found
so.
jarring.
I see people making like
I wanna talk about
dresses
Me
and
Too,
stuff, and I'm just
and I
like,
think it's been
I
too long
want to do
since I've
all
said
of
anything.
that. Plus, I
was told
sew,
not
so
to
like I
ever say
want to
anything.
sew a bunch of like just a bunch of stuff,
The
and
Me
then
Too movement is
incorporate
important
crochet
because it
and
gave
the
women
rest of the
the
clothes.
confidence to speak out and use
I
their
am
voice,
working on getting.
but it's important, I think, for men to be
I
able
want
to
to get
do the same.
another
And so I
camera,
decided it was time for me to
and
use
then
my own.
I am gonna
Even though
try and
everyone
find
I've ever known
like a
who
crafting
is
table
intelligent
that's bigger because I'm
recommended
just
I
at like
don't.
this tiny vanity
I just
right
realized
now.
it's the right thing to do now, so I'm
And
just gonna
I want to
do it
be
anyway.
able to like stream
A few years
sewing
ago,
as well.
a friend of
I think
mine
that
came
would
to my
be
house
fun.
at night after partying.
Fun to do.
And we hung out for a bit.
And just also like
and
that's
she
one of the
asked to
reasons I
stay the
started
night.
doing this is
I
like
said she
motivation
couldn't
to
because I had
get
to wake
through
up the next
projects.
morning pretty early.
And it seems
but
to
she
really
said
be
she wasn't
helping
able
because
to
I'm like,
drive.
okay, this is like
So I said,
dedicated
I would just
crafting
call her
time
an
now.
Uber,
That's all it is.
And that would be fine. But she said
So I think like
she was uncomfortable
I'll get so
with
much
getting into a
sewing
car
done
with
too.
a
Because
stranger at
patterns take
nighttime in Los
forever.
Angeles.
Have you sewn before?
I
Like
said,
any
okay, and
clothing
nothing
or
was gonna
anything like
happen.
that?
Because at this point we were friends, and this wasn't that kind of relationship. She said she was uncomfortable sleeping by herself.
Because like
and
I think
she
it
asked
takes
if she'd sleep in
me
the bed with me.
a day
I said, okay.
to cut out all the
And she asked me
patterns
to cuddle
and
her,
then
and we cuddled.
cut out
nothing
the
else happened.
fabric. I would say
There's
I
a
would
post that
use a
sort of
whole
tries
Saturday
debunk
to do
everything.
just
if you want to
that.
read that link in the
And
description.
then the
But I don't
next
wanna
day
get
would
into
be
a
all
tit for
sewing.
tat Here,
So it's just it's
we were friends
tedious,
for
and I don't
years
really
after
have a
this
good
night.
space to
we
do
had,
it.
We made dozens
And so
of
I'm trying to
videos
figure that out in
together.
my little apartment. Like, what
she
can
sang
I
in
do?
some of my songs. The only
And I
problem
think
I was aware of
what I can do
that she
is
was
get
upset
rid of
with
some
was
of my
that I didn't
shit
wanna be in a relationship.
and
A few years later,
downsize, like,
we went
you
to
know,
Disneyland,
have.
where she told
I don't
me
need like a big
that
dresser.
she loved me more
Maybe I
than
gotta
anyone
figure
in
it
the
out.
world, and she'd never love anybody more.
Yes, a
And
dress.
I
You
told
made
her
a
we
dress.
could
I love
continue to
that.
be friends, but nothing more than that was ever going to happen.
My friend
I
wants
would
to
appreciate it if she just
actually
wouldn't say stuff like that 'cause it made me
Sunday.
uncomfortable.
We're gonna go
And then
get
she said
fabric.
that I
She
had
wants
the
to make a
wrong
wrap
idea,
dress,
and
and I'm
that
like, well,
she had a
girl, I got
boyfriend.
a sewing machine, so let's
And
get you some
also that
fabric,
he
a
was
pattern. Let's
accused
make that
of
freaking
rape
dress.
by a Tumblr
Heck yeah. Yeah.
or by a woman who made a Tumblr post about
I like
her boyfriend.
sewing. I've just been kind of like bullshitting my way through
And so I
it. But
responded
I did
with,
make a
what the hell is
sweatshirt.
Tumblr? That sucks that someone would do
And I'm
something
making
like
my
that.
little
That they
brother a
would
sweatshirt
falsely
now, but I want to
accuse
make a
someone,
bunch of skirts.
and that it
I have
destroyed
so
it.
much
And there were
stuff
no
saved.
repercussions for the
I
woman.
really hope I get it
So
done.
a few months after this,
It's like
she
a
made her own
bajillion
Tumblr
things that I
post
want to do,
about
and
me.
it's so annoying.
Me Too is important because it is supposed to allow people to feel comfortable
Because it's like,
being heard.
am I really going to have the time
do
to
some
do
people
all
use
of
their
these
voices
things?
with
But I think
malintent?
I can.
Yes.
I think I can do
And
it
they
all.
get elected. No one deserves to be treated unfairly. Have I been a bad boyfriend? Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah,
Did I
probably.
party in my 20s? Yes, too much.
Okay,
Am I over
essaying
that period of my
women
life now?
and like
Hell
giving them
yes.
drugs is not
But
partying, bro.
For 2 years, I felt like I was stabbed in the back
I'm a
and left to
quilt?
die while
Oh,
the world
heck
told
yeah.
me it was my fault.
I almost gave
yeah,
up,
quilting's awesome.
but I didn't, and I won't. So
I love that.
give me my
You
show
do
back
patching.
and my book deal for
I've
young
seen
adults.
some really cool
Stupid
patching.
lying.
And then, like, I don't know, when I was looking into it, wow, that knot is gonna just kind of wreck everything I just did.
Thank you for watching this. And I hope this
I was
video
looking at
helps
patching,
you.
and then, like, I
just had
fell
to say
into
this
an
for myself.
embroidery rabbit hole.
If you're ever in a situation where
and
someone
I was
won't
like,
leave
oh my
your
god,
house,
these women are literally,
even
like,
if it's
painting
your
with
friend, if you're
thread. What the
uncomfortable,
fuck is
you
this?
should call 911.
It was
Don't be
so
afraid to do that.
cool.
When
I
someone
was so
hurts you,
gel.
don't
I
be
was
afraid to
like,
call
oh my
911
god,
for that
I
either.
will
That's what
never
they're
be
there
this
for.
good.
I believe the Me Too movement
It's
has
so,
made it,
like, that is not
made
a
it
double
easier,
crochet. You
it's definitely a good thing that
silly
happened.
goose.
We just have to make sure that
Dumb bitch. Okay,
the
let's
truth is being
see.
told, and
See
that
if I
means
can figure out
both
my
sides.
stitches. Here we go.
All right, thanks for watching. I'm gonna
Cinnamon Toast
go out
Ken.
of
Why does that sound familiar? Alright, I'm gonna have to, like...
The accusations
Make a
and
note of
ensuing
this.
controversy significantly impacted
He does
Toby's
90 Day
career.
Fiancé. Maybe
His
that's why
attempts
he
to
sounds
reignite his
familiar.
channel with sequels to his past successes failed, leading him to embrace a more candid and frustrated persona.
What's up, audience? It still gets access to my videos. Thanks for coming here, by the way. I know it's a pretty big deal. That means that you probably navigated to my channel on your own, just been like, I wonder what Tobuscus is doing, and then you just saw there was a video there, and then you clicked it. Because it didn't show up in your subscription box, and you probably don't have notifications. If
Instagram,
you
let
do,
me see
thank
people's
you.
stuff without
Thank
logging
you.
in.
So,
You're the
it's been a while.
worst.
In subsequent videos, he openly complained about YouTube's algorithm and his dwindling subscriber count, sometimes humorously suggesting that the platform's
Okay, his
issues were
Instagram's weird.
personal
I don't
attacks
think I've
against him.
seen his
here?
content
Speaking of which,
before.
do you
I will
happen to
check him
know
out,
the
though.
person
I'm gonna
who
dive
handles the
deep into
algorithm
that.
situation? Because I would just love to go to their house.
I like his cat
and
ears.
just ask him a question.
Those are cute.
You could even pass it on. If you just be like, hey, Toby wants to know, could you
This
turn off
Toby
the
guy's
algorithm?
Weird.
Just turn it off. Delete it. Uninstall
Make me
it. Send it back to
uncomfy.
hell. Just because then, well, let me tell you what happened. People that would subscribe to content, they would see the content.
Here we go.
This is crazy. I mean, it's funny because it's like, wouldn't they think of that? But they haven't. No, that's why it's important. If you know the person who does the algorithm, just tell me who it is. I just show up at their house and be like, hey,
Don't
Margaret.
anyone tell this guy who anyone
Nice
is.
to meet
He
you.
seems unhinged.
I found you. Unlike
Why-
people can do to my videos. Oh, we would have a laugh
Okay,
together
I
probably. And yeah.
I'm pretty happy
It would just be
with
great.
how
Because I don't think they
this is
realize that
looking.
when you post a thing, then there's 6 million people that are like,
This
I
is
want
how
to
they're
see
all
this
gonna
thing.
look,
And then
hopefully.
there's 6 million of them.
I do like
6 million
it.
of
I
them
think with
don't
the purple
see
edge,
They don't
it
even
does
have
look
the
nice.
chance to
And I
see
also
it.
think that maybe like
So
the white being on the
if they
inside
could,
will help
instead
it
of
stay
doing
cleaner.
it like that, which is a fine
We'll
way
see.
to operate. I'm not knocking out YouTube's decision, right? Demonetize. I'm just,
Ed
but,
is the worst
but
in
I just
90 Day
think that it would be
Fiancé.
better for me if when
Oh,
I
no,
post
it's just
content,
flipped.
you guys can see
It's
it. And
just
some of you
flipped.
guys can see it. I'm
If I
probably
was
like, good
doing
job.
lefty, it would be over here.
How the hell did you find this video?
I
Someone
have
must have sent it to
tried
you directly. That's
to
the only,
crochet left-handed a little bit, though. I do want to get better at it.
Maybe suboptimal.
Because I
This
do want
shift
to
in
be
tone
able
became
to
much more
teach
pronounced in
someone
his
who
vlog
is
channel,
left-handed to
where he began
comfortably
discussing
crochet.
controversial
So I will
topics much
occasionally
more
switch
openly.
hands.
By 2020,
no, the
Toby's
camera's
content
flipped.
had taken a sharp turn, with him often
being far too
recording from his
kind.
Tesla,
I'm
discussing
super
political
mid.
topics in a style
I
that
assure
seemed
you.
out of touch with his previous persona. One such video, An Uneducated Guy Talks About Deadly Virus,
Oh, you're
uploaded
funny.
on May 29th, 2020, saw Toby sharing his opinions on COVID-19.
Oh, just what everyone needed.
To be in a place where there's still lockdown going on.
Yeah, this is I usually
but,
stream with like
you know, who knows?
like
I mean,
with
maybe
myself
it
in
is
the
best to
stream.
just
So all of my
just continue to
settings
sell
are
the economy
still
until
set up
everyone
for that.
dies.
So it's a little bit
Yeah.
backwards.
And then yeah, I mean, or you could just
But I
protect people
definitely
that could die from
do
this,
think it would be fun
which is everyone.
to learn crochet
Who knows?
comfortably
Maybe if a baby has it.
with my
and then it
left
dies,
hand, but I
then,
also
the
think
first case of a baby
that
died,
it would
and everyone's
require
like,
me
oh my God, I told
to
you,
be kind of working almost
Whatever.
backwards because
I
it
read
is
The
a
Stand,
bit of a
the book The Stand by
flip.
Stephen King, and man,
And I definitely didn't do that double crochet right.
Sit like this and never touch the steering wheel or the gas or the brake.
Because even just like helping someone who is a left-handed person, you know, comfortably hold
from just
the thread and the hook, you know, like that can definitely be a benefit to at least know how.
Yeah, man. I don't know.
But like obviously that's kind of the hard part with crochet is it's like, well, you could hold it this way, you could hold it that way. It kind of depends.
Yeah, these people,
and a lot of people do it different ways. So then it's almost like, you know, you gotta kind of take that time to figure it out. Figure it out.
And you know, maybe that person will try to explain to you, yeah, it's not effective. Unless I sneeze on you.
Oh my goodness.
And it's
one
less
of
deadly
these
than
guys.
influenza. I mean, according to the whatever, for kids. Less deadly than influenza.
Too bad he didn't inject that bleach.
They're just gonna be stupid.
All the COVID misinformation, like literally over a
and
million
it's
people
not a
died.
good one.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I live in a very cold climate. I wear a mask. My face is toasty in the winter right now. I've been wearing a mask.
I know you're starting to type that.
And I also don't want to get sick because I was recently sick for like a week and a half and it was awful.
His fidgety
I'm just
and
like, you know what?
animated
I'm happy to wear the
delivery
mask.
combined with his child entertainer persona made for an unsettling mix. The comments on his videos reflect a divided audience. Some labeled him as unstable or psychotic, while other fans expressed joy that he was still uploading.
Now he's ranting
Others
about
appreciated
COVID?
his alignment with their beliefs regardless of the topic. This was the beginning of a much more erratic phase in Toby's online presence, which continued to spiral as the pandemic progressed. Now let's take a critical look at Toby's journey in 2020 and beyond, highlighting his transformation into what many would label a lolcow. By 2020, Toby's main channel was active, and his once popular literal trailers were getting claimed by studios left and right, significantly reducing
It was
his
actually
revenue.
crazy nice.
Even his hit song "Swing My Diamond Sword"
on my
was
lunch
claimed,
break, and
causing
all of our
further
snow is
financial
melting.
strain. This
So I'm
marked
kind
the
of
beginning
kind
of a
okay
deep
with it,
downward
but then like in
spiral
the back
for
of my mind
Toby.
I'm like, oh,
Stories
it's gonna
of his
freeze,
past
and then
parties,
it's gonna just be
described
an
as
ice
wild
rink.
and chaotic,
We'll
began
see.
to resurface.
I got a
One
friend
account
on like
even
warm
likened Toby
days they
to
go
the Great
walking on our
Gatsby
lake.
of YouTube,
And I'm
hosting
just like, you're gonna
extravagant
fall in,
parties
bro.
every
I'm
weekend.
so afraid for
These
them.
events were notorious
It's my
for their
biggest
debauchery
fear.
with rampant drug use and underage
Styling
attendees,
warmth.
leading
Oh, I'm
some
in the
guests to feel that it
States.
was only a matter of time before something went horribly wrong.
I remember there was a point like where like it was like, you know Toby Turner? Of
I talk about it all the time. I don't know why I'm being big.
The
I'm
Great
in like
Gatsby
Minnesota.
of YouTube at one point, where he had
And,
parties
and yeah, it just
every
gets
single
crazy
weekend at his
cold
house, and they were like
sometimes.
extravagant parties, like Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
I remember one year we got to like
And,
negative
I
60
just
and no
remember
one's
going to
cars
those
would
parties and
start.
being like, something
And
bad is
then
gonna
we were
happen.
throwing boiling
Something
water
bad will
out the
happen.
windows.
There's just
and
too
it would
many
just like turn
YouTubers,
to
too many people
snow
getting
as,
fucked up. I just feel like
as
something
the
bad
water
would
fell. It
happen.
was crazy.
And I just remember I used to go there like
It was so
all
cool
the
though.
time.
I'm not gonna lie,
You know,
that
I
shit
had
was
some-
fun.
some buddies, some
And I
guys
got to
that
call
went
out of
with
work
me,
like,
and they were just like,
no,
oh,
and they were
man,
like, oh, well, could you
I wish
Uber?
that
I was like, you
music
don't pay me
gets
enough
fucked
to
up.
Uber. Like,
And I remember
no.
the last
Ew.
time I went. It was like the last straw. Of it. We're like, okay, let's go. Was we went in the
And then I had a
backyard,
manager who was like,
and,
oh,
in the
what's your
hot
address?
tub
I'll just come
was,
pick you up.
like,
And I was like, no, thank
someone
you.
that I recognized from like playing
can't
Brothers
make
like
me.
Teens React. And this is like a party. There's like drugs going around and drinking going around. We walk in and I look in the back. I'm
Yeah,
like,
I
yo,
do
I'm
love
like,
Minnesota.
that's one
It's
of the
crazy
kids
pretty
in the
in the spring
we
and
leave
summer
now.
and the fall.
Let's go. That was
It's
the last time I
awesome.
was there. But
All I've
anyone who's
been-
ever been
what was
at a
I
Toby
was just
Turner
talking
party,
to someone
who's
recently.
ever
Like,
gone
all
to
we've been
any of
talking about
those,
is swimming.
they've been fucked up.
We all
They
just
know
we're
that.
just
They
like,
got
can we
fucked
please
up.
go
Everyone's
swimming?
been
And I want to
fucked up at
paddle
those
board.
parties.
I'm just like,
Everyone,
oh, I want to
every
be
YouTuber, they've ever been like,
outside.
I remember I was at a Toby Turner party. And
I gotta find
they
like,
were on,
I don't know. I might go
on
ice
Xbox with that
skating next
Everyone,
weekend.
those were the days, huh?
So
Those
I
were the
am looking
YouTube
forward to
days,
that. That'll
right?
be
You know
fun.
what's funny is like
Cold over
my
warm.
experience on
Exactly.
YouTube
You can
goes through
always
so
put
many
on more
phases.
clothes. Like,
As
I
his
wouldn't
career
hate to live
faltered,
somewhere
Toby
warmer,
felt
don't get me
increasingly
wrong.
isolated and canceled.
But also, like,
with his viewership dwindling and his
I don't
vlogs
know.
averaging less than
There's just something
10,000
nice about
views on a
having
channel
full
with
seasons.
almost 2 million subscribers,
Except
Toby seemed
this
desperate
summer,
to regain
this
attention.
summer I didn't get to do
he began
shit. It
discussing
rained
controversial
forever.
topics,
Everything
likely
flooded.
in
It
an
was
attempt to
crazy.
re-enter the algorithm's
And, like,
favor.
I didn't
However,
even get to paddle
this
board because it
strategy
just
did
rained all the
very
time.
little to boost his views.
But yeah, we do have,
this
like,
sense of isolation from
incredible
the YouTube
seasons and a
community
wonderful
may have
outdoor,
influenced his ideological shift. By
like,
2021,
environment,
his
especially
content had
even in the
become
city. We have
sporadic
tons of
and
parks.
increasingly erratic. A notable video from July 16th, 2021, captured his chaotic thoughts and disjointed rants about America and
We can get
censorship.
-10 and 100 plus. Yeah.
It is.
That's
it's
not
kinda
too
funny that they're like,
shabby.
oh, white people, you have slaves. Like, no.
-10
none of
ain't
us do.
too bad.
None of us do. I mean,
That's so
do any of us?
fucking
Does that mean
Midwest
any
of
white
me to
person is like,
say.
hey,
Oh my god.
hey,
But
I
like,
still have those.
unless it's super windy, it's
Nobody
really not
would be
that
like that.
bad. Even,
But
you
in
know,
Africa, they don't let their
it's just
slaves sleep inside. They sleep
30
outside in
feels
the
different
den,
when
no
it's,
air conditioning.
you know, the middle of
In the heat.
winter.
We treat
But
our
man, that
dogs
wind kicks in.
better
You got
than
like
they
20
treat
mile
humans.
per hour. It's stupid.
But
It's miserable.
it's a cultural thing, right?
God, I'm
Oh,
Midwest.
just leave them.
I gotta
Just
undo
leave them on
that.
their
I gotta
islands.
lose
Like,
these
well, we could give them air
mannerisms.
conditioning, but they don't
Next, I'm gonna be
know.
telling you a 12-hour
Like, well,
drive
we
is
could tell them
nothing.
that
What a
it's
short
illegal
little
to
road
kill
trip.
each other and cannibalize each other.
Unbelievable.
You know, there are places that do that. And, well, that's a pretty cool law.
The wind chill, for real though. Like it'll be nice,
I mean,
and then
we did it.
you
You know, there's not a
turn
lot
a
of cannibalism
corner,
here, but you
and
know
it was
what?
like,
It's
oh
like
no,
you're
it
coming
wasn't.
back.
The building was just
Have you
blocking
heard?
the, you know,
There's a cafe
the
in
gust. It
California
was
that sells human
awful.
parts, and they've been teaching about teaching
doing
kids about this
too.
the cannibal god. I'm like, oh my
No,
god.
I'm supposed to just do one on that one.
This was a precursor to his even more controversial turn in 2022,
This guy
where he
is
began
getting
uploading daily vlogs
weird.
filled with
He's falling
divisive
into some
topics.
sussy
He met up
rabbit
with
holes.
Kyle Rittenhouse, a polarizing figure in American politics who, you know, killed 2 people
He
and brought
went to a
significant attention.
protest with
In the vlog
guns.
discussing their meeting, Toby's erratic
killed
and
people, and
animated
then was like,
style
oh,
further
self-defense.
alienated
Anyways,
many
I'm not gonna
viewers,
get political
with comments
here.
expressing
The only
shock at his
political I'm gonna
transformation.
get is anti-capitalism
audience.
in pro-working class.
hope I didn't
That's
lose
where the
you
buck
yesterday.
stops.
Because I posted a picture of
It would be nice out if it wasn't for the humidity. Yes, oh my god. It gets so crazy humid here and it's disgusting. I went for, it was like, I think it must have been like 90% humidity. It was insane. I went for a hike for my birthday, and I, like my favorite park, the best place, went up north, and the mosquitoes were insane because it didn't get cold enough to kill all their babies. So
Throughout these
the
vlogs,
population
Toby's narratives
boomed
were
this last
disjointed
year.
and often
And,
delved into conspiracies and
every time
controversial
I sprayed like
viewpoints.
the bug
This
repellent, they
shift from a
swarmed.
once
It's like they
popular
liked it or
content
something.
creator to a
It was
controversial figure
crazy.
discussing
It was
fringe
miserable.
topics marked
The
his
whole
descent
time,
into
I'm,
becoming
like,
a lolcow. A
fanning
person who
my
attracts
face to
ridicule
just keep
online
them
due
off
to their
of my
eccentric
eyes
or
at least.
misguided
It was
behavior.
ridiculous.
Toby's inability
hate
to
humidity.
adapt and evolve his content,
hate mosquitoes.
combined with his
I'm like, what the
controversial
fuck is
statements
this
and
shit?
erratic behavior, led to a
gross.
stark decline in
I don't
his
like
career.
being sweaty.
His
I
vlogs,
think that's
once
my
filled
deal.
with lighthearted content,
Unless,
now
like, I
showcased a
guess,
man grappling with his
know,
diminishing
a solid
relevance
bike
and
ride.
struggling to find his place in a rapidly changing world. So, where is Toby Turner today?
Where is
These days,
Toby
you can
Turner
find him
today?
sporadically tweeting and shitposting
Oh,
on his personal
no.
Twitter/X account at Toby Turner.
No, not
and as for
X.com.
YouTube, he still uploads infrequently on his vlog channel
Yikes.
with content that remains as unhinged and nonsensical as ever.
What was the
Interestingly,
other, like,
Toby managed to
platform,
revive
like
his
Rumble
main
or
channel,
something like
Tobuscus,
that? Some
but
shit
with
like
a
that.
twist that aligns with his erratic trajectory. AI-generated content.
What a
On April 13th,
no, no.
2013,
I
the
hate
Tobuscus
the
channel
AI-generated
returned with The
content.
Cute Wars, Griffin's Epic Tales,
It's getting
featuring AI
into a lot of
puppies.
crochet
This
spaces
video
too. I've
is
seen a lot of
bizarre
AI.
mix of
Where I'm like, that
ChatGPT-generated
doesn't look
writing,
real. Like, not even a
Midjourney
little
AI
bit.
images of dogs, and Toby's forced attempts at humor. Imagine the Tobuscus videos from 2016 onwards, but stripped of any semblance of
That's
human
so
creativity.
sad.
The new content feels hollow. It's a desperate grasp
Oh
at
my
relevance
gosh,
using
really?
AI tools.
Ew,
It's pathetic.
swamp?
A glance at
Yuck.
Tobuscus's recent uploads
Yuck.
reveals
Although
mostly
we get
music,
wildfires,
including a song titled
we don't get
Transphobia
wildfires,
Phobia,
but like the
Censored,
smoke from
which
Canada,
has drawn
'cause they get
criticism for its
wildfires,
offensive lyrics.
and it makes
the
the air
description
smell like
reads,
shit.
"Take care of
It's
yourself and
awful,
be
and
happy.
it turns it, like,
Live your best
green.
life,
It's
whatever that is.
disgusting. I
But
hate
you
it.
don't gotta
It's
change
just like,
yourself
damn,
to be
Canada,
happy.
can you not
Things
be
really
on
do
fire
tend to
for
work
like a
out."
minute in the summer?
Showcasing Toby's ironically
This is the
misplaced
worst.
advice.
But yeah, I'd imagine
Another
a swamp
controversial
would be
song is
nasty.
Blue parody 2 + 2 = 5 Laser Beams remix featuring cameos from YouTubers like Oompaville and Justin Wang. The lyrics of this song are laced with bizarre and conspiratorial themes, culminating in a chorus that mocks scientific truths and flirts with alt-right dog whistles. For example, the
there
line
it
2 + 2 = 5
Like,
references
everything was
George
hinting
Orwell's
at the alt-right,
1984,
but, you know, now we're
symbolizing the
there.
rejection of objective truth,
Yikes.
while laser beams from the sky hints at wild conspiracy theories. possibly alluding to the infamous Jewish space laser trope propagated by right-wing conspiracy theorists. Continuing down this path, Toby released Don't Cut Off Your Trumpet, a crude and nonsensical song that further solidified his descent into irrelevance. The song's lyrics, ostensibly from the perspective of a penis, are riddled with juvenile humor and transphobic undertones, making it clear that Toby has embraced a more controversial and offensive style in a misguided attempt to stay relevant. Recent highlights include a literal trailer for Alex Jones's new video game, a Beethoven parody where the only lyrics are "Nobody Cares," and an AI-generated song called the Winky Face Song, in which Toby provides background vocals and awkward dancing. Hit it.
Oh, am I in my hole? Sure. Second one done. Yay!
Additionally, his attempt at Metro Boomin's BBL Drizzy freestyle challenge was, well, it was something.
BBL Drizzy. Vocab, I'm a Google dog.
What the heck?
Drizzy, booty lift. Drizzy.
Leave Kendrick alone. What we need.
Go you again. Oh, that reminds me. Security, escort this stranger out. Nobody knows who you are right now. Okay, now I'll just let the singer finish out the rest of the
So he's basically just kind of making garbage. Oh my god, he's mean.
So, what's the conclusion? Toby Turner's journey from a YouTube sensation to a polarizing figure and internet lolcow is a story filled with highs, lows, and many missteps.
Oh my gosh.
Initially, Toby captured the hearts of millions with his fresh creative content and his infectious energy. His literal trailers and comedic sketches were big hits, making him one of YouTube's most beloved creators at the time. However, as the YouTube landscape evolved, Toby struggled to adapt. His content grew repetitive, and the lack of innovation led to a gradual decline in relevance. And the serious allegations against him in 2016 only accelerated his downward spiral. These accusations not only shattered his public image, but also isolated him from much of the YouTube community that he once thrived in. In the aftermath, Toby's content took a dark turn. Whether driven by desperation or genuine belief, he began to align himself with more extreme and controversial views. This shift alienated many of his fans and further damaged his reputation, and his videos became erratic, filled with political rants and conspiracy theories that seemed out of touch with the audience that once adored him. Examining Toby's current state, it's evident that his actions reflect a complex mix of strategic positioning and personal turmoil. His attempts to court controversy might be an effort to stay relevant,
now no one's gonna come to our
also
colleges, and
reveal
we're
a
like, well, you could do the
deep-seated
same
need for
thing, and they're like, why the fuck would we
and
do
a sense
that?
of being
Like,
misunderstood.
you're dumb.
His lyrics
It's
and
just
videos
weird.
often
I
convey
don't know.
defiance and a desire
I
to
do a
push
lot of
back
work in my
against
local
perceived
community with,
injustices,
tenant
but they also
organizing,
hint
and
at a
even just,
profound sense of loss and confusion.
Social
Consider his
networking as far as,
2016 song Push,
here's everything
released during
that's
one of the
available
most
to you
challenging
in the
times in
community
his
for
life.
free. Like,
The
here's where
lyrics
you can
speak
meet
to a
people.
struggle and
Here's,
sense of futility,
you know, and
perhaps
just,
mirroring his own
kinda
battles
building
with his
that.
career and personal
And
demons. Lines like, we're going
it's
back
just-
and forth
it's
for too
tough
long,
because
it's about
everything's
time
very
we're finally done,
isolationist,
and I don't want to
we gotta be
be,
the
you're not
opposite
good for
of
me,
that,
I'm not good for
basically.
you, encapsulate a sense of exhaustion
just
and
weird
realization
times that we live
maybe
in.
something fundamental within him has been broken. The song becomes a
I just
metaphor
work
for
locally,
Toby's
so I'm just
ongoing
like,
battle
you know
with
what?
his
I'm
own
gonna
relevance
focus
and,
on
in
what
turn,
my
his
neighbors
own
are
identity.
doing. Like, are you
Toby's
good?
recent
Then we're
content,
good.
heavily reliant
That's as
on
far as I can take
AI-generated material and controversial political views, feels like a desperate attempt to reclaim relevance. His
Even the
alignment with
controversial
fringe
political
beliefs and
views, though, you
figures
don't
further
want that.
isolates him from
Cool,
mainstream
like, anytime
acceptance.
people, like,
The shift
go
to
to the
AI in
right
his videos
for
marks a stark
clout, it never
departure from the
ends
human
well.
touch
You don't
that
want
once
that clout.
characterized his content. In the end, Toby Turner's story is a cautionary tale. Whether the current state is a calculated
Trump
attempt to stay
supporter.
relevant,
I know
a
something
reflection
about
of his
her, it
true
just
beliefs,
seems
or simply just a
not even the
manifestation of
accent,
deeper
'cause, you know,
psychological issues,
that's not-
remains
that's not
unclear.
even it. She just
Will Toby
seems
ever
like a mean
change?
person.
Can he reconnect
Crazy.
with his audience and maybe rebuild his career? Or is he destined to remain a shadow of his
Frog
former
eye
self,
salad?
caught in a cycle
What?
of controversy
Please tell
and
me that's not a
decline?
real thing.
I've been Kusari, and I hope you
You're
enjoyed the
joking with
video.
me, right?
If you liked the video, give it a like. If you disliked the
I've
video,
had
give it a dislike.
alligator
And as
and
always, let me know what you
rattlesnake.
think in the comments. Subscribe for more content. Still
I
so
lived in,
shocked we hit 25K.
in
Thank you
Oklahoma
guys
for a
so
period
much.
of time, and
Peace.
we would have a rattlesnake festival.
Push.
It was actually pretty dope. I won't lie. It was pretty neat. But it was also very chewy, I will say. Let's see. It is 10:16. I missed when I used to click out of a video and that ended the video. But now it's like, oh no, you need to let YouTube play it in a tiny little corner for you. I literally just saw Ray Wilson like flash on the screen as though it was about to be like the next video or something. Ew, H3, you're yucky. I'm gonna save that to my watch later. I can't stand you. Yes, that'll be an upcoming video. Let's see. The Dark Side of Boogie. That was a decent one. I really hope Ray Williams doesn't have any controversies. Or Ray William Johnson. Bro, you can't have 3 names, okay? Pick one. Pick one. Damn, okay, he's still pumping out videos with, like, decent views, too. Good for him. Has he made any new music, though? That's what I care about. Holy shit, 1.9 million views, dude? Alright, yeah, he's still rocking and rolling. All of his videos, too, are, like, sub 10 minutes. That's what's up. Okay. But no, I don't see any controversy. Let's see. Let me really... Let me really see if there's anything. No, how he revived his career. Like, this is awesome. This is awesome. My favorite YouTuber is still a decent person. I feel validated by that. I really hope you didn't say if you were joking about that frog eye salad. Please don't be real. It can't get me. It can't get me. Although, okay, super gross. But, I used to live in a really rural area here, and, at night, driving down this one road, it was a bloodbath. The whole road was just coated in frogs, and then so was my car, and it was disgusting, and there was nothing I could do about it. Like, it was the only road to get home, and it was just, ugh. It made me so sad. I like frogs. They're kind of cute. I used to catch frogs all the time when I was a kid, and it just really made me sad. They're too cute. Although there are several species of frogs in South America where they're actually experiencing like a mass extinction due to like a tree fungi that then infects the frog. There's like this really pretty blue one that is just about extinct because of the fungal infection that's spreading rampantly through, and it's been jumping to new countries. They found that it's like traveling using like the tree root system, and that's how the fungi is spreading, and it's just decimating frog populations. I was reading about it in like I think it's a book about mass extinctions, whether they're natural or man-made. It covers them, but it's really cool. It's good? Oh, I don't believe you. What? What? That's what they told me to get me to eat the rattlesnake, too, and that was a lie. Oh my god. Okay, frog eye salad. What am I? Oh, okay. Oh, thank God. Oh my god. I was genuinely expecting something else. Like, that's a relief. Okay. I was ready for something, like, absolutely disgusting. Oh my god! That is, what is it called? I was talking with my dad at Christmas about this kind of salad. I think I've had this. I'm about 99.9% sure I've had this. Otherwise, it looks pretty similar to, there's another salad that was like really big in the 70s. This one, I'm pretty sure, no. The Watergate salad. Yeah, you know what? The time period's right. I wonder if there's just different names for it. Why is it called Frog Eye? That's a great question. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. That looks cute. That does look good. I really miss a fruit salad. Or not fruit salad. Oh my god, I'm stupid. Fruit pizza. Every now and then I'll think about fruit pizza. I'm never gonna make it, but I like to think about it occasionally. Oh, rampant copyright abuse. Stop stealing his content, you jerk. Good for him. Okay. Rise and fall and rise. June, you need to make a new video. New video. Okay, that actually makes me so deeply happy. Good for him. Good for him. Ambrosia, thank you. Yes, that is what I was thinking of. We were just talking about that the other day too. Ambrosia. Watch later. Let's see if I got anything decent. Oh. No. Oh my god. I really need to clean up my YouTube. This is gross. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, I think I'm going to be calling it a night, since I don't have to stay up until like 1 a.m. to finish this now. I'm going to kind of chill. But thank you so much for hanging out, and I cannot wait to see more of your cool projects. And thank you so much for sharing them in the Discord. I am like super excited for that Discord to become just an awesome place for everyone to share what they're working on, as well as patterns and stuff like that. So yes, I'm super, super excited to see that grow a little bit. But I hope you have an awesome rest of your night. I will be streaming tomorrow as well, so if you're around. But yeah, let's see here. Ooh, a Valentine Bulbasaur. I can't wait. That sounds so freaking cool. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Well, have a great rest of your night. And again, thank you so much for chilling and chatting. It's been totally awesome chatting with you.